Listen, y'all know what it is when we come back. XP Mentor, we all the way in the hallway. Stop playing with us. We here right now, all the way in the hallway. And I need you guys to start pinging up, sharing up the room. Because when the XP Mentor family get here, it's gonna be nothing but a movie. I'm telling you. It's nothing but a movie. When I come through and I do this shit, I lay it down. We ain't playing no games. Robert Miller in here goddamn early. You know what's going on, man. Let's win up real quick. Let's go. Ping this goddamn room. Let's go.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make 'em stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I've never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it and my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, what they saying Luda's back. Blame it on that contour, the hood call it Luda-yak. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down, like strippers' booties go. My verses still be serving, tight like a million birds. Last time on a college remix, now I'm on the original version. Can't never count me.
When you guys come in, share the room out ASAP. We getting it started. Let's go. XP Mentor, the 19 secrets for success. Let's go.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make 'em stay there.
Swerving in my low, head on the swivel, you know serving me's a no-no. Clean as a whistle as I pull out in my Rolls Royce. Yellow bone passenger, they see it, they say, oh boy. Tell Kelly, back it up, my niggas call me loco. Down for all traffic, you know let me pull that fofo. Ask you what you laughing at, represent that Bud Light. Dirty money, bitch, you better get your mud right. We come together, holding it.
Listen, I want y'all to really understand, right? We going in today in the experience. Share the room out, ping the room out ASAP, right? We shouldn't have to ask Trey, what's going on? Robert, we in the building, right? It's all about, we gonna be connecting today. Today's gonna be one of those secrets, the success secrets rooms, right? I love doing these type of rooms because you really you dive into people's mindset, right? I get to see where people are coming from. I want to hear from everybody. It's going to be like a live room. I want everybody, because we're going to throw this on the podcast. I'm pretty sure this goes on the XP podcast, the Stackpack podcast, right? We got over 100 episodes right now. Right now, we got over 100 episodes. Robert, I remember when you came on for the Sales Jail Mastery
Jack,
session.
we need to do another one, man. We need to do another
Man, Robert, matter of fact, call me tonight. We're going to do another one.
Yeah, we need to do another one.
Robert's
We can
gonna
talk
be
about entrepreneur anthology. We can talk about socialocity. We can talk about automation. So many things we can talk about.
So when Robert comes on,
Sales mastery breakthrough, man.
come up with, listen,
all.
I'm going to have Robert come up with an episode tonight, and we're going to go in with that episode tonight. We'll do an episode if Robert's free, right? So ping the room up, share the room up. But today's going to be one of those rooms where it's going to be intentional. Y'all know how we go when we do these rooms. I got 19 secrets for success. And it's an entrepreneur talk, but I want to hear what you guys are doing as well for the success, or what you guys think the secrets are as well. So it's going to be one of those interactive rooms where we have a conversation. I want to have a conversation with everybody. Everybody that's on the stage, everybody that's at the bottom that's coming in, come up to the stage. We want to hear from you guys. But I'm going to allow you guys to, warm the room up, get the room actually started, so that way we can start diving in. It's about 19 secrets today. The 19 secrets for success, entrepreneur talk. So let's warm this up. Thank you, Trey, Eamon, Raquel, Professor, Renee, Keith. Thank you guys for being here and starting the room up with me. I'm going to pass the mic so that way it could be popcorn style. We can heat it up and warm it up. And then you guys already know I'm coming in with that fire, with the secrets. So I'm tossing the mic up. Let's go.
Hello, listening audience. Stack with the pack. I'm giving a big old sister wolf hug. I am loving this freaking topic. Oh my gosh. And I know you're going to bring the heat. But you know, one of the secrets that I already know is getting with you. Getting with you has been
Uh oh.
so
Uh oh.
transformative to my life. Oh my gosh, Stack. You are the heat. You bring the goods. Let me tell you, you're surrounded by the goods. So, listening audience, trust. Stack, where's your link? You got to get your link up
Come
there.
on,
Let's
Trey.
see.
Put it up
Stack
there.
has an
Put it up there for me,
amazing
Trey. It's on you. Let's go.
50. Let's get, because you guys, you got to get in with Stack with the Pack. Let me tell you, a free 15-minute call. Let me tell you, I took that call. Trust and believe. I made the call. I set my appointment. I got in his back channel when there was a back channel on the clubhouse. I'm going to have to find it, Stack. I don't have the link. I'm going to shoot my phone. Oh my gosh, you guys, let's keep pinging in the room, sharing out this space, because guess what? When Stack brings the freaking heat, I don't know if you heard the energy already starting in this room. He has the magnetic pull to the best people. This is how, I don't know if you know that he has so many businesses. He can't even keep track of them all, because why? He attracts magnetically that how he shows up. So he shows up in a big way with his big energy, with his confidence, but with the goods. He ain't a fluff and stuffer. How do you think he got 3 million freaking followers? Almost 3 million. He didn't get it from not showing up. So trust. One of the keys I know he's going to say of those 19 keys is consistency. Is consistency. You have to consistently surround yourself with amazing people. You have to consistently be discerning about who you're hanging out with, who
Why
you're
why do
giving
you
your
need to do
energy
that,
to.
Trey? Why should you be so discerning of your environments? Talk about that, Trey. Let's dive in. Let's go.
Because everything you allow near or around you or to cross your mind, place or space, is what you will automatically, by the law of attraction, attract more of. So if you are not paying attention to whether or not people are actually doing what they say they're going to do, if you're not paying attention to if they're giving you back more, at least what you're showing up with them with, right? An equal amount. If you're not paying attention, you're going to be giving your goods away. You're going to be giving it to people who can't handle what you got or aren't able to give back to you that which you seek. And when you are out here hustling and grinding, a lot of people be hustling for real, not just physically, like Jay refers to or like Stack refers to. When we talk about hustle, we're talking about physically hustling in our game. Nope, other people are mentally and emotionally hustling people out of their money, out of all kinds of things. So when you be jumping too fast with the wrong people, then you're the one of the people who has the stories to tell later about how you got ripped off, how you gave them all the money and they didn't give you what you wanted. And trust the world, that there's so many wolves out there in sheep clothing. I mean, yes, they're waiting to devour you, to eat you up alive. So pay attention, because people are always showing you who they are. And trust, like, words are everything to me. So listen to the words, even how they present themselves, because they'll tell you things where people are fighting for something. Those aren't my people. My people aren't fighting for anything. My people are providing, creating, stimulating. They're doing a lot of things, but they ain't fighting. There's certain things that trust. That's the energy that people have around them, because it's what they say frequently. So what kind of energy do you want around you? Do you want trustworthy people of integrity? That's me, who are like-minded, who are doing the things, who are in their passion. Because when you're in your passion, when you're doing what you love, like Stack, you can feel it. His freaking energy is so enlightening for me. It is so elevating for me. I love listening to him. Sometimes I don't even say stuff. I just want to listen to him, especially when he's running the room. Are you freaking kidding me? I want to be in those rooms, because I know that he's going to fill up my mental body, my emotional body. He's going to give me amazing insight. Young brother, I don't care. I listen to this young man who has so much to share with my older self. Trust and believe. Are you open? Are you open to allowing people to shift your life? Yes. Okay, let's keep sharing out the room, pinging your friends, because Stack's going to drop 19. whole freaking keys to get you where you want to go. I'm gonna toss up this mic. I'm gonna
Let's
let it go.
go.
I'm
Trey's
gonna
in the
keep
building. Let's
pinging
go.
people in.
I need Trey. See that we need that energy in here, Trey. I need more people to come in, ping the room up, share the room up, get up in the chat, right? Let's start getting interactive. Who else wants to start this room up and warm it up? 19 secrets to success. We're in the entrepreneur talk room. Who else wants to come in? Professor, I see you, brother. Let's go.
Okay, I've been hanging out in these rooms for a while. I'm also dean of the financial department of XIXI Now, Global Success Academy. So I should know a little something about some of those 19 secrets to success. That we've talked about having a vision, clearly defined vision for what you want out of life, for what you want on this entrepreneurial journey, and be passionate about it. And that's important because that's what gets you through the low points sometimes. And to set goals, what I do, I have a little notebook, just a pocket sized spiral notebook that I keep in my pocket with a pen. One side I put down what I'm going to do during the day, and then on the other side, what I got left to do. And then that transfers over. So something very simple that came from a billionaire who suggested to someone that I was hanging out with that was a good simple idea to keep track of what your day should be about and then be persistent on things, just this consistency. And that's what I've learned to do is show up in this room. You see me in this room just about every single day because it's consistency that's important for success and learning from a person's mistakes. When I make a mistake or if something goes wrong, I said, okay, that didn't work out. So there's an opportunity here somewhere. So when I run across situations where it doesn't go well, I look for a possible product or service because there's opportunity in adversity. And just to hang around positive people, that's why I'm here in this room, is to be able to associate with those people who are going to have a positive impact on my life. So there's a few things that came to mind. With that, I will yield the mic.
Come on, man. I got my brother's professor in here, right? Live with it. The 19 secrets to success. He just said it right there. One of the ones that I was gonna say, and I already know it's the consistency. If you're not consistent, get out the race. If you guys agree, let's start getting some ones in the chat, right? Consistency is always going to get you there. Professor said he shows up every day, picking up the tools and applying the tools. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't let the tools go over your head. That's how you lose the race. No one wants to lose the race. The 19 secrets to success, right? Consistency. You said the first one, Professor. You said it, bro. That's right in there. So I'm going to continue to let you guys heat this up, and then I'm coming in. And I'm gonna burn the stage up. So thank you for coming to the stage, Isaiah, Jackie, Amanda, Eamon, Professor, Trey, Robert. Thank you for coming. Jacob, Keith, Renee, right? Everybody that's on the stage, share the room out, ping the room out so we can have more people come through. I appreciate you guys. Let's continue to warm the room up. And what's the secret? What you think the secret is? What's one of your secrets? I'm passing the mic up. Let's go.
I will jump in here.
Isaiah, let's
You guys
go.
yeah, you guys are connected to my car, so I was striving to get unmiked, and so when we're talking about secrets, I mean, I heard you just speak about consistency, and I'm gonna double down on that in that consistency and creating clarity on each offering. It doesn't mean the whole vision has to be painted or people have to understand everything. We're dynamic. We do lots of things. I literally reposted Gary Vee this morning because I get so many people who speak over me. You do so many things. I don't know how you do all you do. And I'm like, ooh, that for me feels very limiting. Like people expect me to do less or that I'm too diversified in some way. And so for me, it is create clarity in what people can do. Because when people are like, you do a lot of things, I'm like, right, what do you know me for? How do you think I could help you? They always know exactly what it is. Oh, well, I would call you for X, Y, or Z, or I follow you because of X, Y, or Z, or I always want to know what you're thinking when it comes to X, Y, or Z. So I'm like, right, you know what I do. I do that and other things. And
Yeah,
so
you supposed to think
consistency.
outside the box. Tell them, Lindsay, you don't keep me in no goddamn box. I get outside the box.
100%. I mean, we're worthy. We're like meant to be dynamic human beings. Typically, we go into entrepreneurship because we have a vision bigger than a single product or working for someone else's company, and so we get excited to like partner with other people's company and make it better too. And we have this desire to chase our dreams. And so I really think that it is about creating clarity, and having great responses so that when you are talking or you are creating an invitation, people know how to partner with you and collab with you and to do this consistently. So Stack, I'm going to toss it on back to
You
you.
said it right there,
But
Lindsay. A collaboration. Put another one in the chat. Collaboration, right? I'm not team like if we ain't teaming up, like how we gonna get to success? I gotta team up with a lot of different people. I just closed a new deal that I'm teamed up with. Yeah, I gotta do a lot of I wanna do over 1 million collaborations by the time I'm done with this whole thing. 1 million collaborations. If you guys wanna do that, put a one in the chat. Collaborations. Lindsay said it right there. You gotta foster. You gotta think about it. You gotta put it in the air. Put it in the universe. There's no joking. Collaborations. That's what I want to focus on. Every day is collaboration. I'm passing the mic up. Thank you for that, Lindsay. Who else wants to come in and get us started with, entrepreneur success secrets? We're in the entrepreneur talk room. XP Mentor. Make sure you guys are clicking the link at the top. Let's go. Who's coming in next? Who's grabbing the mic?
I mean, I'll jump back in here because
Nah,
I just got
Lindsay,
in and
nah, they
what.
need to wake up. Who's up? Who not awake? If you awake right now, put a goddamn one in the chat. All the damn moderators, everybody on the stage, who the hell's awake right now? Lindsay is about to come back again. If you on the stage, stay active. Professor, tell them stay active, man. What they doing, man?
Yeah, stay active. Listen to Stack. Stay active. Take advantage of this tremendous opportunity we got here. So, and that's another secret is to be proactive. And one of the things that came up recently is being decisive, being able to make quick decisions, even if that decision might be a little
That's a
awkward.
good one, Professor. Quick decisions. That's a good one.
Yeah. So, and communication, that's, critical as far as being successful and being a good listener. I like to sit back a lot of times. I jump in because I see an opportunity and maybe a little moment of silence, and so I try to contribute. But my preference would be just to sit back and listen. You've heard that saying before, two ears, one mouth. So there's a reason for that. So I like to get people's opinions and listen to what they say because I get a lot of nuggets out of this XP Mentor room. So that's a few more things, and I will yield the mic again.
Professor, I love
Professor,
that you
go
said
ahead,
making
Robert.
making a quick decision because that is very true. Successful people take action. Successful people make smart enough that they do measure and they adjust. They will adjust slowly over time in order to have success, but they make the decision. They don't consider to evaluate, to contemplate, and opportunities just go by. You've heard probably heard the old saying, that you're out back looking for a four-leaf clover in your backyard when opportunities knocking at your front door. Okay, opportunities are coming by us all the time. But and you can't take all of them, obviously, but you do need to take action. And we talk about that all the time. We talk about when we offer up opportunities, like who is going to take action. Successful people do take action. People that are still talking about it, going, oh, maybe in 2 months, and well, maybe in more in 2 more months. You know what? Next thing you know, it's 12 months later. You're a year down the road, and you're really not in any better place than you were. So you always got to be taking action. You always got to be pushing the envelope. Be and adjust, measure and adjust always, but you got to take action. So as Stack's going through the day, I'm saying you need to start using them. Just don't listen to them, just don't write them down, but take action and use them. And that is the only time you're going to see how much success you can really have. You already know where you're at. If you keep doing what you've been, keep getting what you've been getting. So taking action and making decisions and moving in the new directions is what's going to help you to grow. Throwing up the mic.
Robert, you said it right there. All those adjustments are going to help you grow. And if you guys agree, throw some ones in the chat. The adjustments to help you grow. You need to adjust. If you don't move, if you don't shift, man, I don't know what the heck you're going to do, right? Move, adjust with the times. So, Robert, I'm going to get into my first one, man, my first secret for success. And if you guys are ready, let's start sharing this room. I really need you guys to pay attention. It's the first one on the table. First one out of 19 that I'm going to share today. My first one. You guys got to get everything clear and find your passion. Find something you're fired up about. Robert, how many times people come in here, man, and they don't have any direction? I've seen this before. You have to find a passion. This is going to be the first secret of the room. Finding your passion. I don't care what it is. You need to find your niche. You need to dive all the way into that shit and make sure you master it. Master your niche. Make sure you're good at it. Don't come from no mediocre shit, but you find a niche that you want to perfect. That's the most important part. That's number one. Number one for me on the entrepreneur success, right? Now I'm gonna drop my second one, then I'm gonna toss the mic up and I'm gonna come back in. But my second one is finding a team. Just like I did. You see what I find a bunch of teams. If I can find a huge ass team, that's gonna help me get to the next level. Team building. Put something in the chat for team building. That's the second one that I want to share. So the first one, y'all already know what to do. Second one, we gonna go with the building. So we gotta build a team. We gotta build together. We're in collaboration and we're in complementary to each other. We're gonna blow shit up. And that's where I want to come from. Blowing shit up, collaborating. 2 minds, 3 minds is better than one. So that's what I would that. Those are the two I'm gonna drop right now. And I'm tossing the mic up so somebody else can come in. And you guys can, talk about secrets and success and entrepreneur talk. This is an open popcorn style. So whoever else is coming in, somebody take the mic and let's continue the flow on, the secrets, the success, the entrepreneur talk, because I want everybody to dive in today. And if you're at the bottom, please come to the top. If you're at the bottom, please come to the top because I want to hear from everyone, because this is going to be an interactive style podcast room. It's going on the XP podcast, the Stackpack podcast, right? We want to dive in and make this intentional. So I'm tossing the mic up. Somebody else come in and warm us up. Then I'm going to come in with some more secrets. Let's go. Who's next?
Hey, Stack, Keith here.
I see you, Keith. Let's go, brother.
I'm hanging out downtown San Francisco. I've been too noisy in my background to bother the great vibe you have going on, but I've appreciated the words shared on the thing and just wanted to throw in a little bit. Lots of great feedback. I love the energy. My background is in go-to-market and helping companies kind of avoid all the pitfalls out there. Some of it's the evildoers, but most of it's just from experience that I've done this a few times. So I kind of weigh in, and you talking about passion gets me excited because that's what I always look for the great ideas, for the great entrepreneurs. It starts with that passion and then combine it with that persuasive element, that ability to not just take your energy, but to share the confidence that you know where you're going, you know how to get there, you know how to get it done. So combining passion and persuasion is a very powerful combination. It's just
Uh-oh.
something that
Say
I
that
think
again. Say that
everybody got
again,
to
Keith.
dial in.
Hold up, Keith. Say that again. You got to come back in with that. What'd you say,
Well,
Keith? Say
listen,
that one more time.
I'm just adding on to the Sweet 19. That was a great Steely Dan song. I think it's Hey 19. Anyway, we're going back. Anyway, it's an OG here, you know. Yeah, it's passion and persuasion, a powerful combination. So I have confidence that you're doing, and I love that you bring all the energy. But if I don't see the persuasion, the ability to give that confidence that you know how to get there, it's like swimming with one arm, one arm paddling. But to combine passion and persuasion, now you got that full stroke, and you can go really fast. Make sense? Like it? Give me something to feedback.
Wee! Man, put something in the chat if Keith's burning. Put some ones in the chat, man. Get up in the chat if y'all agree with Keith. Get up in the chat right now. Let me see who agrees with Keith. Let's go. Let's see, Keith. Let's see what's going on, man. We in here burning it up. That passion, that persuasion, right? You got to feel it in your gut, right? You got to want it more than the next individual. That's why I love this
Yeah,
journey
and
and the
really,
secrets, bro. Let's go.
really talking to so many of these young startups, these entrepreneurs. They've got all that energy. And then you start asking them questions like, how are you going to get there? What are the first things you're going to do? What are you doing in the first 3 weeks? Tell me what you did today. How many deals did you open? How many did you close? Who are you talking to next?
Wee!
That's where I get confidence. If you answer those questions, now I'm starting to get the passion and the persuasion that you
All
really
right,
know
you
what you're
just you
doing.
just made me get into my second one. The third one, the confidence. You just brought it up. That was on my list next. Now throw a 3 in the chat for confidence. Now we going about this. You gotta walk and talk and breathe this business. Walk and talk and breathe your business, your niche, whatever you're doing. Make sure you dive all the way in. You want to dive in. Stop playing with this shit. Dive all the way in, right? So the confidence part. If people feel confidence on you, they're gonna want to work with you. They're gonna want to collaborate. They're gonna want to dive in to everything you have going on. So you said it right there, Keith. The confidence, bro. You gotta walk and talk that. Put something in the chat, man. Share the room out, ping the room out, right? Let's continue this conversation. But the confidence, man. Everything is based on confidence for the success, right? That's how I got through a lot of doors, man. Confidence. I know what I believe in. I know what I deliver to the table. I know what was going to happen, right? It has to be confidence, but from the heart. Confidence from the heart. Thank you, Keith, for that share. I'm passing the mic up. Who else is coming in? Let's continue the conversation, man. XP mentorship. And if you guys are just now joining, we're talking about the 19 secrets to success. We're in an entrepreneur talk room. Let's keep going. Who's coming in next? Who's taking the mic? I want to hear from you all. Let's go.
Okay, Stack, let's get this room going. Oh my gosh, you guys. This room live. It's live. The 19 secrets to success. I know you guys are here because you either experience success or you want more of it. So which one is it? Are you experiencing it or are you asking for it? Come on, you guys. Get up on the stage. We want you to unmic and we want you to share right now. What are you doing to get your success? And you know what I'm doing? I am diversifying. Yes, I love that. I get to be trained by the top people in the field. So when I'm creating, like now my book that I'm creating it so that I will have pillars of ways to make money off of it afterward. I'm going to monetize on my book because how I'm going to create. God, I'm over here stuttering over my words. I'm going to create like a worksheets and handouts, steps and strategies that people are going to want to know how to get to where they want to go. That's what we're doing. All we're doing is teaching all the time. How are you teaching what you know? That's how you make money, teaching what you love. And trust, I love what I think it was Keith who just said that you got to be excited about it. And when you're excited about it, then that's when you're able to persuade people. I like the word persuade, even though it has a weird littleness to it, right? Because it has a little bit of a weird energy for me about persuading. But I understand that the reason why you could be persuasive is when you really love it or believe it or get behind it. Then that's what people feel. People know when I'm telling the truth. They know that I do not like doing content. Why? Because I will tell you in all of my words and in my emotions, and you could hear it, you could feel it, and you could sense that I am telling you with all certainty that I do not like doing content. I don't. I love my business bestie who's on her way to freaking Cabo right now to live on the beach
Let's
for a week.
go.
So I'm over here going, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to do my own content for a freaking week because she's my content girl. And so, if any volunteers, you guys feel free. Send me a message. You want to hook me up with your amazingness? I'm going to ask for it. That's one of the keys. Ask for what you need, but how do you know what you want until you get clear? Get clear about your business. Get clear about your ideal clients. Get clear about your ideal collaborations, because if you are not clear about who you want to collaborate with and in what way you would like their collaboration to support you, then trust and believe you're going to be going through a lot of uncertainty, a lot of wasted time and energy. That either way, it's going to help you to get the clarity. Trust and believe it'll help you by teaching you what you didn't want. And I used to be that way. I used to move forward with the going so fast that I didn't do my due diligence, that I didn't exactly vet the people out, that I didn't exactly get clear about how I want to show up in the collaboration. I wasn't exactly sure. So instead I jumped in with the yes and I was like, yes, yes, yes. And later I was like, hey, I
Hmm.
don't know if I like this. Right? So get clear. Are you clear? Because once you get clear about your ideal clients and all of these other things, it's like you can manifest them
Put a one in the chat
so
for clarity,
quickly
Trey.
because you could see
Put
them.
it because Trey got
Yes.
a
Do you know
clarity
that that's
call.
how you
Talk about the
manifest?
clarity call, Trey. You done said it. Clarity. Let's go.
You could get a clarity call with who? With Trey by going to claritycallwithtrey.com. And I will help you to discover because listening audience, I have a unique gift. I have the ability to find the root cause of whatever is stopping or blocking you from living your best freaking life. So whether it is your mindset, whether it is your emotional stress, drama, depression, or if it's a physical thing, because I know I was paralyzed in a car accident, told I would never walk again, and I healed myself. I'm not only walking, I ran to Stackpack to get a hug from him the very first time I got to meet him last year in California. I mean, Florida. Well, California, I don't know where that came from. Out in Florida. And trust me, I got that way from being able to see it. I had to see myself walking again. I had to get clear, just like you have to get clear about who you want to work with. What does it look like? Who do they represent for you? Are they going to be a power resource like Stack and be getting your social media where it wants? If you're ready for them followers, get in with the Stack with the pack. Free 15. Free. Do you hear? Free 99, you guys. Free. So what is stopping you? Do it now if you're ready. If you're really ready to have success, which you are, or else you wouldn't be in this freaking room. This would have you would have ran away from the title if this wasn't you. So please give yourself permission. Give Stack 15 minutes of your time so that he can change your life. I will give you 15 minutes of my time so I can help you get clear on why you're stuck, why you haven't made the money that you want to make, why you haven't met the people and the alignments or opened the doors that you so desire. Oh my gosh, Stack. I am so excited to hear is 3 million followers. Just saying. This is Trey Urban, and I invite you to keep pinging in people. Let's get this energy going. But more importantly, I
Woo-wee.
want to hear you talk. Let's grab this mic. Look at you, Ken. What you got to say? I see that. Brilliant.
Come on, man. Who's coming in next, man? Y'all know what it is. The 19 secrets. What you thinking? Let's keep going. Who's coming in next?
Yo, yo, Stack,
Jacob, let's
what's
go.
happening? Fire room again today. I love your energy, man. Hey, Trey, that was a great share. I'd love to connect with you again, girl. It's been too long. But I wanted to chime in about the collaboration. And real quick, Keith, you said you're in. Is Keith still in the room? I sent you an ad. You said you're in San Francisco. I'm in the Bay
I
Area.
think he left. Jacob.
Right on, right on. Just want to give a shout out and connect and collaborate, especially with my California people here. So, yeah, but I love it. I wanted to on that topic of collaboration. I remember something. It's funny how something Robert Kiyosaki pointed out in his first book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's like he broke down all these things, all these like sacred cows, all the status quo of the school mediocrity, and said they called it cheating. But in business, it's called collaboration. It's called hiring talent. It's called working with a team, right? But they wanted you to just sit in your desk and do your own thing. When in life and business, you've got to collaborate. You've got to seek out other talent, uh, other mentors. That's why I'm in this room. That's why I'm always listening to people who are smarter and successful than my level so I can up level, right? And so yeah, I just wanted to say that, share that part. I love the idea of collaboration because then when you think about it, it's it's what we teach in Science of Getting Rich, the book Wallace B. Waddles wrote many years ago. And Master Jay Nolan here is teaching on collaboration versus competition,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? And so that was my main point. The more we think, oh, wait, so and so's got this business, and I've got this business, so and so's got this business, but let's see, we're not competing. Let's see how we can collaborate, or let's see how I can learn from what they're doing to better serve my client base. So that was part of our room yesterday, huh? Stack, what Joe
Sure
was talking
was.
about. You're right. Didn't he say, is it competition or collaboration? And it's kind of like there's no competition. It's all information. It's all. I heard this too the other day, and I'll leave it here. It's there's there's no mistakes. There's only gains. GAINS. And the way I took that was, oh, failure in the digital age, failure is the most data rich stream, period. So you didn't fail, you didn't make a mistake. You learned something. You had a gain of data and knowledge and information of what to do different next time. So Stack, I'll leave it there. Love the collaborations, you guys. Let's keep it moving. Love y'all, XP mentors.
Ooh-wee. Let's go. Look, Jacob came in. Collaborations. You guys got to work on these. If you guys agree, throw some ones in the chat real quick for the collaborations, real quick. Collaborations. Throw it in the chat. Connections, because you see what he did. He came off a mic. Man, shout outs to this. He heard something and he dived right in. That's what everyone's supposed to do. You hear something that sparks you, and then you dive right in. That's what I've been doing since day one. How many people did that before? You heard something and then you oh, okay, I can relate to that too, or we can work on that. How many people did that before? Put a damn fire emoji in the chat right now. How many people did that before? Heard something, heard somebody say something, and said, you know what? This is a great, or this would be a great opportunity for us to do. How many people did that before? I've done it. Robert, how many times we sat back like snipers on the roof? Oh man, you know what? I heard that and I heard this, and that's going to be a great opportunity for us to collaborate and connect. That's what I look for, and that's what you should be looking for too. Facts. Man, let's go, man. We're in the XP mentorship. Let's go.
Thank you all for being here today in the XP Mentor Club. Click the icon at the top to join the house, and to be a part of more conversations just like this. Follow all of the moderators on stage. Thank you so much to Stackpack and Jay Noland for putting together such an amazing topic that we can all share on today.
Wow.
Listen, I ain't playing no games. We going all the way in today about, the secrets, entrepreneur talk, right? Really diving in today about the secrets. I heard confidence. I heard consistency, right? Let's keep the ball rolling and let's keep it rocking, right? Because I want to hear from every single person, right? That's going to step on the stage today. I want to hear from everybody, right? Everybody gets a voice in XP Mentor. Ping the room up, share the room up, and have more people come through. Who's coming in next? Let's go.
I'll jump in here. Hey guys, happy Tuesday to you. Stack, you all the way on the moon today. I love the energy. I love that. So that's got just something on the inside of me. It just excites me when I hear that. So, but I want to add, if I could, um, one thing that is important, I think is super, super important in anything you do in business and life is to know your strengths and your weaknesses, to know your strengths and weaknesses. When I was in the military, my job was ammunition. But when you're in the military, you're trained to cover and do whatever. It's like, I need a body, and you expected to do that. But my area expertise was in ammunition and supply. Yes, I could drive trucks, and yes, I could shoot the weapons, and I could do a little bit of everything. But my area was ammunition. So I made it my business to be top notch in that lane. And whenever other people step to my mo my area, I was about to talk military lingo to you guys, my area, they couldn't tell me a whole lot. And so it is super important to stay in your lane, because you'll end up looking super crazy when you go and try to tell somebody else how to do. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell someone how to deliver a baby. And so I think you guarantee success when you know without a shadow of a doubt your strengths and your weaknesses, and don't be afraid to say what your weaknesses are. If I went up to a person, I asked them automatically, what are your weaknesses? And they're thrown off. But that nobody wants to say it out loud because it's a negative thing. People take it as a negative thing. But for me, it lets me know where I need to improve, where I need to collaborate, people I need to talk to. And you're only as strong as your circle. And I believe in if I can't do it, find somebody else that can do it. And so that makes you, makes you, when you can admit those, to me, that's power. And you're empowering yourself and everybody around you, and you're leading by example. You're letting people know that it's okay, that you can't do this like you know to do this. So we're going to get help. So it's not a deficit. But that's just how people look at it. For me, and the older I get and the more confident I get, I know that it's just something that I need to work on. And that's why being an XP mentor, all these amazing people in the room, on the stage, the moderators, all these amazing entrepreneurs, you surround yourself with where you're trying to go to. I can't do this. And a lot of people look at it as a weakness tag because they're like, well, why do I need to hire this person and this person? And they try to do everything. You can't do everything. And you just cannot do it. I've tried it before and I failed. I had to surround myself with those that knew what I didn't know how to do. And you don't know what you don't know. And I'll stop right there, give somebody else a chance to speak. I had some other things.
Ooh-wee. Cynthia
Yeah,
coming in hot.
you got
Listen, hot.
you got
Cynthia, you came in.
you got to know it. You got to know what you're good at. You have to know what you're good at. In anything that you do, it saves yourself so much work, time, energy. And again, it goes back to collaboration. It's always a big thing. We have to learn how to do that. We're better together. And I'll stop right there. I'm done sharing for now.
She said we're better together. If you guys agree, throw some ones in the chat. We're better together. Cynthia said it. She done laid it down. So Cynthia, you laid it down right there. We are better together. If we can hammer something together, put our minds together. That's why I love the XP mentorship. If we could put our minds together to do something, we're always going to explode and get to the next level. Putting your minds together. Coming from a collaboration complementary standpoint. I love that share, Cynthia. Thank you for being here. Let's continue the conversation. Who's coming in next? I'm tossing the mic up. I need to hear some more secrets because I'm coming in with more. I got more secrets, but who's coming in? Who wants to help me out? Who's here? Who's chiming in? Let's go.
I'll chime back in so somebody wants to chime.
Yeah,
How
they
about
better
that?
chime it because that's a part of the secret right there, being an action taker. If
Yeah.
you on stage and you ain't taking the mic, then
Yeah.
that tells us everything we need to know. Cynthia, talk about it. Let's go.
Yes, sir. I could do that. I could do that. We talked about this yesterday, and we hear this often, to have clear and precise goals. That is first and foremost, because I think Eamon made it, she said it yesterday also. It's the foundation of anything and everything that you do. So if you don't know what you're going after, you're just wasting your time. It's like fighting the wind. You'll never win. You will never win with that. Clear and precise goals. That's something I have set on my schedule to do for the week, to write out the next 3 months, my goals, money goals, physical goals, spiritual goals, all those goals, and do planning, because that's how you in the right direction. And Stack talks about this often. We all do in here, but you have to know what you're going after. You have to know. And then when you know what your goals are, then you can know what you're strong in and what you're weak in, and then you know how to collaborate, because all these things stack up. Everything is like a puzzle piece. It all joins together in the end, and you have to have clear and precise goals. And the other thing was to learn how to analyze details. And we went over this yesterday, to be analytical. I think I'm an analytical person, but you just have to know how to do it. How do you utilize the information that you have? If you don't know how to do that, then you have Eamon. She's good at it. So many people in here, again, collaboration. It knows, again, what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. They go hand in hand, and all these points will do just that. And one last thing is, don't be afraid to be innovative. Try different things. If it doesn't work, and Jay mentioned this yesterday, you have to change things up. You got to dice it up and spice it up. You got to do something different. Be Get comfortable being uncomfortable. And just because I don't like being from the old school, you have to learn some stuff from the new school and the real new school. You have to learn about Chat GPT. You have to learn about all sorts of things in here. And we're always dropping gems. And we did that yesterday. We do it every day, where we're feeding each other's spirit, I like to say, in your soul. And that's how you grow. And that's another way to be successful. Another grassroots, if I could use that term, secret to being a successful entrepreneur. You have to have these things in the basis. So once you get it in there and it's in there, it's like ragu, it's in there. It's in there. You have all these things, the foundation, the puzzle pieces, and then you can march forward and just stomp and take territory all the way to the moon. And I'll stop right there. I give somebody else a chance to speak.
Stack, I want to parlay off of
Let's go. Let's go. What we doing, Steve? How you feeling, brother? It's on
I
you, man.
feel
Secrets. Let's go.
so Cynthia was fire as she always is, and I want to just parlay into that. I think she spoke a lot of wisdom there. Flexibility for me is incredible piece in learning, right? As I learn and grow and how to do this whole entrepreneurial thing, because I never was in it. We created something from nothing. We created a business out of nothing. It wasn't there. It didn't exist. And now coffee and fruit exists, but I have to be flexible with it. Some things that I thought were going to come true didn't come true. Some things that I never even thought about, I learned as I went, and I have that spirit of flexibility with learning, and I think Cynthia is right on point with that, and I agree wholeheartedly with her and what she had to say. Appreciate the time as always, my brother.
Let's go. Look, Cynthia's always on point. Cynthia, I appreciate you for coming in with that. You getting us fired up. Cynthia always gets me fired up, right? Put a fire emoji in the chat for that. Because when it's time to get fired up, you need to put that out in the universe. Oh, I want it. I want to get it. The secret is you gotta want it more. You gotta want it more than everybody. You gotta want. That's another secret, man. I gotta want it. You gotta be hungry. I'm not playing, man. Put another emoji in the chat. Put something in the chat. Get up in there. Share the room out. Get hungry. Put more passion behind your stuff. Put more fire behind your stuff. If you ain't got no fire, get around people like us. Get an XP mentor. Start sharing what you do. You know how many people hop on the phone? Oh man, Stack, I don't know what to do. You know, I'm confused. Come in the XP mentor. Find some guidance. Find a mentor that you can help and guide, like that can guide you. Right? Because it's up to you. You gotta place yourself there. And if you guys agree, get back up in the damn chat. I'm not letting up off y'all. Get back up in the chat. Find somebody you can align with, because if you're not aligned, get out of line. All the time. Every time I do this, I always say this. Look, if you're not aligned, get out of line. If you're not aligned, get out of line. That's why things don't go right for a lot of people. Y'all wonder why. Oh, I don't feel good. Or don't feel good. That ain't a part of your damn success. You just saw that, or you probably saw somebody else. That ain't a part of your success. You got to do things that are part of your success, and that's going to help you grow. You got to focus on you. Sometimes you got to be like, you know what? Let me focus on this tunnel and get to the end. You got to be the one to get yourself to the end. You can't focus on everybody else. You focus on somebody else, you're not going to get there. I'm going to just keep it real with y'all. You focus on others, you will not get there. That's why I tell y'all support my people. I'm going to support you. I'm going to make sure you get there. You support Jay, Professor, Amanda, Robert, Trey, Linzea, Malika. You support my people on the stage, I'm going to support you. Right? Let's see where your support level's at. That's another success tip. Get back up in the chat if you guys agree. Support. It don't cost nothing. It costs $0 to support. I done seen so many people not support. It costs $0. It costs zero. Get back up in the chat for support. It's easy to support. It's easy to go around and say, you know what, let me support this person. He's got something great going on. And she's got something great going on. They got a great business. Let's support. That simple support is going to get you a right support right back. You got to show love to get love. Show love to get love nowadays, right? That's what you got to do. You got to work on that love part. Y'all got to be coming from more from a love standpoint, right? How many people going to come from the love? You got to come from the love, right? Please come from the love. Y'all know what it is. We in the XP mentorship. Let's go.
You are now listening to Stackpack here in the XP Mentor Club. We are happy to provide endless opportunities and collaborations in our club for everyone. Please visit stackpackmedia.com and bookwithstack.com to get your free 15-minute call with Stackpack and his team. Thank you all for being here and supporting. Let's get back to the conversation.
Listen, let's get back to the conversation. Somebody take the mic. Let's go. Let's get back into it. Entrepreneur Success Talk. Y'all know what it is. 19 secrets. Y'all been going in. Everybody's been killing the mic. I need y'all to continue. Somebody snatch the mic. Let's go.
I'm gonna come in again because of the last comment. I think learning, lifelong learning is essential, especially now in this day of AI. It's critical because my opinion is we got to catch this wave or be left behind. And I like that this room, XP Mentors, has embraced that. They're building it into some of their products. And we definitely use it to create our courses at our online success academy. And so lifelong learning, I think that's really important and it helps stimulate the brain. Another thing that came to mind is this idea of gratitude, to have an attitude of gratitude, be grateful for what you have. Start the morning off with things that you're grateful for. I think it helps set the tone for the day. And, be willing to take risks. I think we mentioned that a little bit, but that takes getting outside of one's comfort zone. And I think a good goal would be to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And with that, I'll just yield the mic again.
You said it right there, Professor. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You said it, brother. You said you gotta take off. You gotta be comfortable. Yo, Professor, you said it, bro. Be comfortable, man. Take off. Right? Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you guys agree, get back up in the chat real quick, because Professor just made me think about something. Being uncomfortable. That's how you gonna get to the next level, man. Break outside that box. If you trapped inside the box, how you gonna think outside of it? If you're in the box, how are you going to think outside the box? Love it, Professor. I need more people to come in. If you guys are at the bottom, come to the top. The 19 secrets to success. We done went through confidence. We done went through consistency. We done went through, man, we done went through everything. Collaboration, teammates, right? Everybody get up on stage. Everybody has a voice in the XP Mentor. I'm tossing the mic up. Somebody else come in. Who's taking the mic next? Let's go.
Stack, I'll jump back
Let's
in here and then
go.
I'm gonna stop. Is everybody, but this is near and dear to my heart here. Something you were saying. I don't mind. It's a book called Who's Holding Your Ladder? And that right there is powerful. It's kind of like who's fanning your flames. Are you doing the fanning or are you letting somebody fan yours? But who's holding your ladder is powerful. And I said something about this yesterday. I don't mind holding someone else's ladder while you're on the way to the top. I know that eventually that I'm going to follow you in your footsteps because I'm supporting you wholeheartedly. And when you are that way for other people, things happen for you. You have to be willing to sincerely hold someone else's ladder. And it goes to what you were saying, Zach, about support. Support, support, support. That you should support without being asked to support. And so when it comes time for you to be supported, then people are more willing to support you. You have to do that so people don't think you're coming with a motive. And people come with motives every single day. And that'll squash that right there. I have no problem supporting other people. If you're rising to the top, let's rise. What do you need me to do? Fan the flames, get you a cup of water. What do you need me to do? And that goes back to having an attitude of gratitude for someone else's journey, and it's called respect. And if you don't, you have to respect the game. You have to respect the game. You have to respect the players because if that's what you want, that's what you have to put out there. That is exactly what you have to put out there. And in ministry, I have, and even in my ministry and in life, period, holding the ladder for someone else because I'm watching you every step that you take, every move you make, because I'll know how to do what you're doing. And that is one of the reasons and purposes for holding the ladder for someone else. Shine. I want you to shine all the way to the moon and back, to the top of the pyramids, but even wherever it is you choose to go to, wherever. I have no issues with that. And I can say that with 2000% stack and feel good about it because I know that if that's happening for you, and as I say in the church, you're on my row, it's coming back around for me. And a lot of people are phony and they have motives and they don't know how to sincerely do that. Sincerity is a must in life and in anything that you do to be successful. And you carry those life traits right over into your business. And I feel good being able to say that. Support, support, support. Whose flames are you fanning? And whose ladder are you holding? I challenge you to think about that and be sincere with it. Do you serve, sow, and support before somebody asks you to? And said, when it come around, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? Because as that old song or saying goes, what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? And that's what people will do. And again, it goes back to the collaboration and all the other amazing things that we're mentioning here. And I'll stop right there. Whose ladder are you holding while they're on the way to the top? And you were talking about it yesterday in the collaboration with the book. And that is a powerful, powerful tool. Powerful tool for the things that you offer. And you, in every area you can think of, you being molded and groomed so that for success. You have no choice but to win because they're setting you up to win. They're setting and you holding each other's ladder. I feel very strongly about this, as you can tell. But again, whose ladder are you holding and whose flames are you fanning so they can rise to the top? And my name is Cynthia Fox Everett, and I'll stop right there.
Cynthia coming in hot. Listen, I told y'all Cynthia coming in. Who else is coming in? The 19 Secrets to Success Entrepreneur Talk. Appreciate that, Cynthia. Who else is taking the mic next? Let's go. Who's coming in? Let's go.
I'll jump back
Uh
in there
oh,
then. How about
she's
that?
burning it. Wahita's burning it up. Let's go. Let's whoa. I got Wahita in here. I got Cynthia in here. Let's burn it up. What we doing?
Here you go. Here you go. Be hungry. And you mentioned that, Stack, and the other one I wrote down was know what success is for you. What does success look like for you? Your success and my success is success, but it's different. Know what success looks like for you. Know what path you need to take. Know what you need to do. Who you need to collab with. All those things that we mentioned. What does it look like for you? And it goes back to our goals, Stack. You have to put that. What does success look like for you? Because yours might not be mine, and so forth down the line. So you have to know that out the gate, because otherwise you wander lost and you're trying to fit in somebody else's puzzle, and it doesn't work that way. And you'll continuously be lost. So why not know out the gate? What does success look like for you? You do the work on the front end so you don't have to stop and do it in the middle. And it would be sad to get to that back end and you still don't know what success looks like for you. You're wandering around aimlessly. So, and I'll stop right there again and I'll give somebody else a chance to jump in. What does success look like for you?
Got something else came to mind. This idea of learning to say no. We talked about saying yes to some things, but I think the important not to get so bogged down that the whole everything that you're doing suffers. And I've gone through that, just juggling so many things because I didn't want to tell anybody no. And sometimes, in order to be successful, I have to learn when to say no. It's silent in here.
You always
Yeah.
Professor, you already know. As soon as it gets silent, y'all already know what happens when y'all get silent, right?
That's why I'm
Well,
jumping in. I don't want this room to end. We're getting so much good stuff here.
here's one for you, Stack. Do what most won't do. That right there. Do what most won't do. And that is powerful because those days, and I've heard Jay say it, how much time passed before he was able to really enjoy life. And it's like you put the time in, and I can label it as that. When you have to put the time and you got to put the work in, and you have to be uncomfortable for a while. You have to make sacrifices. You got to get up early, stay up late, and do all those other things in there that people won't do. When I was in the military, I was always ahead of my game because I took out the time to learn from people that had been in years and years. And then they would start to teach me these things. I had to work late, go early, but I earned the respect of that. And so that helps you to become an expert in your field, I think. Do what others won't do or what they're not willing to do. You have to make the sacrifices. And I'll stop right there and give somebody else a chance to jump in if they so choose. I'm done speaking for now.
Who's coming in next? The 19 Secrets to Success Entrepreneur Talk. Who wants to take the mic that has not talked? I know Malika's here. I know Wahida's here. I know Eamon's here. Raquel, Jacob, Model Kiana, Minnie Mouse, Rihanna, right? You guys could jump into the conversation. 19 secrets. What do you guys feel like the secrets are for success? Anybody could jump in. Let's keep it going. Let's go.
Consistency, and I'm sorry I'm in the barber's chair, but
Wahida, what it do?
consistency,
Let's go.
please, consistency, and just not backing down. When everybody is looking at you crazy, just keep moving forward. That's all I got to say.
Come on, Wahida, that consistency. We said that earlier. We were saying, man, you stay up on a goal long enough, or you stay up on something long enough, it'll get you to success. So stay up on your goals. Stay up on something consistent. I love it. Thank you for that, Wahida. Who else is coming in? Who else wants to take the mic and chime in? Let's go. Let's keep it going.
Hey guys, can you
We can
hear
hear
me?
you, Eamon. Let's go.
Oh my god, that's been so hard today to get my audio to work. Well,
Amen.
okay. Uh, well, being resilient and preserve your positivity and your attitude through challenges. Because sometimes this journey of an entrepreneurship, it's not easy. It's not usually easy, and you will go through all kind of challenges, all kind of risks. So take risk, but learn how to manage your risk, how to calculate risk. Be resilient and have yourself together when you are going through challenges. And how can you do it? You have to stay up to date. You have to learn, continuously learn, because knowledge is power. When you are knowledgeable, you are competent. Competency creates confidence. And that's one of the biggest secrets. Being confident, even when times is so hard, why? Because you have the knowledge, because you always continuously working on yourself. That's the important part of being an entrepreneur, having that knowledge that creates the power. I'm done speaking for now. I'll be back again.
And also, I would like to add, if nobody hasn't already, everyone always say don't reinvent the wheel, but you have to know how to judge when you need to step out of the box and cross that line. Of course, sometimes you don't reinvent the wheel, but you got to be able to judge, be able to use that discernment to know when to step outside the box. And I land right there.
This professor, I think it's okay to not reinvent the wheel because there's nothing new under the sun, but you can take a look at it and maybe make some changes on it and use the original as a foundation. And one of the things I mentioned before earlier is this idea of looking at things a little differently. If there's some adversity, turn that into opportunity. So looking at those things, what I like to do, I co-founded an inventors organization in 1993, and I was involved in one since I was like 21, and now I'm going on 70. So I've been around it for a while, and I worked for a product developer. And there's a lot of things out there that people, if they're a little bit of an irritation, and so they'll continue to put up with it until somebody can come along and build a so-called better mousetrap. So there's opportunity everywhere, and especially with AI now. I'm learning how to use AI for product development. I can do patent searches and trademark searches on it and see if it can suggest a different way to do specific things. And so I have these ideas that I'm developing into products, and some of those ideas can be licensed out, and that creates some of that pillow money that you get royalties coming in. And so anyway, that's just something else I want to point out. And there's one more thing comes to mind is simplify and amplify. That's a saying I came up with because sometimes I can complicate things. And it doesn't have to be that complicated. Like with this room, just show up and do that consistently and contribute. It's a simple formula, but it's surprising to me how sometimes something so simple people won't do. So, anyway, thank you. I'm going to yield the mic.
Yeah, Professor. Hey, it's Robert. I wanted to hop in. I think one of the definitely a secret, as Professor just said, is to optimize, to be more effective, to be more efficient. So I'm going to hit a couple of things over the next period of time, just one right now. But it's our two automations that we have developed. Okay, Jay's companies. I mean, we were using funnels, CRM systems like Kartra or Kajabi or ClickFunnel. You might be familiar with those. Our answer to that is Diggably, diggably.io, which is at the link above. It's got 15 different automations. This is talking about optimizing your business, making you more effective, making you more efficient, utilizing today's technology. Okay, we're talking about don't reinvent the wheel. Well, guess what? We decided to, in this case, because we found Kartra, which was $99 a month, was costing us over $500 a month by the time we got it to do what we needed it to do. We had to purchase extensions and extra this and extra that. And it was doing the job because guess what? It is very important to automate your business. You've got to have a customer relation management system. You must. If you've been on Clubhouse for a while, you may have just learned a lesson about 3-4 weeks ago when you watched all of your followers drop, some people 70,000 down to 4,000. Okay? When you meet people on Facebook, you meet people on LinkedIn, Instagram, Clubhouse, Clapper, X, Threads, wherever you might be, you've got to get their contact information and put it into your list. Your net worth is your network. Your net worth is your network. Meaning, if it's not in your own system, if you're living off of the Facebook platform, what happens if it goes down? What if it happens if you get put in Facebook jail? Jody Bear is a great example. She had a major Facebook issue, lost all of her contacts as she was getting ready to launch Healthopedia. But fortunately, we were able to pull from archives and get some other data and put it into Diggably. 5,000 names, we went popping in there right away. So you need to have people in your own contact list. That's number one. Number two, you need to create automation to be able to garner more leads. You need to have a lead magnet, a lead generation page, a lead capture page. What does that mean? That means, let's say you're a realtor. Maybe you push out on social media or into Google Ads or wherever it is you want to be able to market to get more eyeballs, and Stack can certainly help you to do that. But you put out a lead capture page with a lead magnet, something like the 5 top things you need to know to navigate today's real estate market for the fourth quarter of 2022. I'm sorry, 2023. I'm getting behind myself. Now, anybody that's kind of in the market will go, well, that's free. Okay, I'll check that out. And they click and they give their email and their phone number to get it. Well, now guess what? Now you have them, that name goes right into the Diggably contacts automatically. And immediately it generates an email to them. Hey, welcome. Thanks for this. It's on your way into your email box or in your email box, just like we promised. And over a period of time, we're going to start to let you know more things about the marketplace. So bottom line is, it will now give you the opportunity to start to curate community, start to have a relationship with these people. And the bottom line is you start to do that, now they've gone from not even knowing you to now knowing you, beginning to like and to trust you. And that's the key for doing business. So you can do an email drip campaign, you can do a text drip campaign. So you're pushing all this out social media, wherever else it is you want, with a lead capture page. Then the leads come in, then they automatically go into the funnel. Okay? Only 1.5% of businesses with websites are using automation and funnels. What does that tell you? That tells you that only the big boys are doing it. And why are the big boys doing it? Because it works. So you want to take advantage of it. What we did is we took what we found to be a pretty expensive situation, and it was also kind of confusing, difficult to be able to do. We made it very, very simplistic. This is very, very user-friendly. And with Diggably, for $89 a month, So not the base of $100 that turned into $500 plus a month for Kartra for us, or ClickFunnels that starts at $149. You're at $89 a month with everything unlimited. Unlimited web pages, unlimited lead capture pages, all including hosting. Okay, I was just working with somebody this morning who uses Calendly. Calendly can be $100, $150 a month. We have a calendar just like Calendly in Diggably, and that's included within the $89 a month. So you're at a net win right there. You get rid of Constant Contact. You're even further ahead. You get rid of anything else that you're using, because Diggably has in one-stop shopping in one place unlimited contacts, unlimited products. You can have membership sites. You can have recurring payments. You can have as many 9 payment integrations on the thing. You can have other team members involved. You can have your own phone number for only 77 cents a month. If you've got your own already, you just port that right in. It's easy drag and drop, lots of templates, all sorts of images, all in one place on Diggably. And like I said, for only $89 a month. So you want to check that out. And if you want to do a 6-month package, we'll give you an extra 10% off. You want to do a year package, we'll give you 2 months free for purchasing 10 months. So you get over 16% off, and we'll include with it just a whopping program. It's called a Strategic Business Blueprint, in which Jay Nolan, who is an expert ChatGPT prompt engineer, within an hour's Zoom, you'll be watching with the screen share, and you will watch us take your data and actually create your first campaign for you that you can then transfer onto Diggably. We'll create your lead capture page. We'll create your lead magnet. We'll create a sales upsell page. We'll create a 3-month social media campaign and a 12-month email drip campaign and 12-month text drip campaign. And not only will we create it for you and give it to you in a Word document, but you will have watched how to do it, and then you'll have the document afterwards, so you can go back and create campaign number 2 just by changing the title of what you're selling, whatever product or service you now want to market. You just change some of that verbiage, and boom, you'll be able to prompt ChatGPT to get the exact same results again and have another campaign. Because I'm telling you, with our companies right now, Viber 360, Confidence Tones, XP Mentor, the Entrepreneur Anthology book, everything that we market, Sales Mastery Breakthrough, Science of Getting Rich Mastery course. We're going to have 50 funnels for all of these businesses before the end of the year. That is our stated goal, to have 50 funnels. So that's what we're doing, because we know how much this works. It creates pillow money. 24/7, it's selling for you. A website is purely a digital brochure. That's all it really is. It has a lot of information, but it's really not a call to action for one specific thing. You can have a funnel for each specific thing you want to market, start to curate that community, start to have that conversation with people, and watch your results go through the roof. People like Josh Payne, they now have hundreds of new contacts because of using a lead capture page that now they're converting. And Dr. Eduardo, and Dr. Ricardo, all these folks are now getting more contacts and curating them into more customers just by doing that. So go to Diggably.io, check that out. Automation's everything. I'll talk about social velocity a little bit later. I'm also going to throw up a link right now that is a link to be able to have a meeting with me. More than happy to be able to speak with anybody that is interested in automation, interested in strategically learning how to be able to grow your business more. So I'm going to put that up right now, and be in touch if you've got questions right now. Happy to answer them.
Hey, Robert, the phone. I didn't realize you guys had that.
Yeah.
So, are you able to keep the same number?
Oh yeah. If you have your own number right now, you just port that right in. Absolutely. Yeah. You
Now,
don't have to do a thing. But
what about?
if you like, for instance, maybe somebody wants a new number, or maybe it's their
Mhm.
personal number, and they're now doing a business, and you can get a number for 77 cents a month. That's a completely different number. But if you have one now, yeah, you just port that right in. Very easy.
So, what if someone? Okay, let's say you get a number. What if someone want to leave you a message? How does
It's
that
all
work?
it's got interactive messaging. Yep. It's all
What?
right there.
Wait a
Yep.
minute. So you don't need an answering service?
Not in this system.
Holy mackerel!
I'm telling you,
Oh.
we looked at it. The reason, we never wanted to build this, and I'm just being straight up. My goal in life, 20 years ago and even 3 years ago wasn't, hey, I want to have a platform for automation for your CRM and funnels. Jay's wasn't either. It's just we couldn't get what we wanted. We knew how important it was to build our businesses, so we went out and built one. So we pretty much did it for ourselves more than anything, but now we're marketing it out and really marketing it out to entrepreneurs. I don't really want to sell this to a Fortune 50 or Fortune 500 company. You know, I mean, that's not really my goal. I'm not interested in that. I want to be able to help entrepreneurs because, in my estimation, coming from my background as a senior vice president of Pepsi and then owning an advertising agency for a decade, you know, there's a mystique behind stuff. You know, the agencies never let their clients know really what they were doing. They showed them the results, but they never really knew the tools. And the tools weren't cheap. So guess who was paying for that? The clients. So guess why only big companies are doing this stuff today? Because they and their agencies, they're the only ones that can afford it. You know, now, yeah, QuickFiles is $150, but if any of you use it, and you know, if you are, great, because you know at least you're using a system. But you might want to take a look at some of the costs that you've got. If you've got a funnel business and you got maybe a constant contact out there or chimp mail, and then maybe you've got Calendly. I mean, there are all sorts of things that you know, and phone messaging, like Wahida just brought up. You add all it together, I mean, you're probably looking $400 or $500. And that's if the base platform or the funnel system is doing what you need it to do at that base cost, which we couldn't find any that did for us because we have multiple businesses. All of this is unlimited with Digably. So now you're talking $89 a month or less. And we now have it for monthly only as well. So you can just sign up monthly and away you go. And we're here to support you as well. You know, Richard Branson, who started ClickFunnels, great guy and a great business, but try calling him. But you can get a hold of me. I just put my contact information right at the top right here. So you can hook up with me anytime. So you know that you're getting it from the horse's mouth because we built this thing, we're marketing this thing, and we work it every day. I'm in touch with the development team on a daily basis. So you're getting a whole heck of a lot more for that price. Any other questions? I'm throwing up the mic.
Well. Look, go back to the phone. So if someone calls, like they call the number, are they able to leave a message? How do I get the
Yeah,
message?
it's interactive voice. It's you retrieve it just like you retrieve any message. There's a dashboard on Digably for all your messages that you get. You can link up messages off of Facebook Messenger, off of your phone, off of anything, voice and text is all tied in.
Okay, got.
Yep. Yeah, and also you can do SMS messages or MMS, multimedia messages. So, and from what I know, we're the only ones that you can do text. So many people prefer text now than just email or prefer
Mm-hmm.
over email. So to be doing both is key.
Mm-mm. Hey Jay, I just saw Jay pop in.
All right, so
What's
who's
up,
coming in?
fam? I got this in and out internet service. I'm up in the mountains, so I'm just trying to listen best I can. I'll chime in when I can. Thank you, y'all. Good to see y'all. Wahida, fam. What's up, Rob Stack with a pizzle? Live. 19 secrets. Y'all keep it rocking.
Who's coming in with some of their secrets for success? Come on, what do we got? Don't slow this thing down. We're on a roll.
What?
What's up? What's up? It's Tony with the keys. Robert, that was a really good talk that you were just giving, and I'm glad to be inside of the building. I got the red bar. Is my service sounding spotty?
No, you're great, Tony. You're great.
Right, perfect. So you just asked about one of our secrets. So one of the things that I like to do um, is definitely with my email marketing. If I've got reviews, it's using those reviews inside of my email marketing for social proof. It really helps tie in the social proof aspect of your campaign, your email campaigns. And so I've started using that on pretty much everything that I do. Is just having a section with a review. But I also will send out review requests to my database and ask them to give reviews, so that way they can see, that way they can leave a positive review about the business, about their experience, and it gives me more ammunition for my marketing. So Reviews is powerful. I also start sending out referrals. So reviews and referrals is like some people don't utilize, but you can use that inside of your email marketing and really automate it, to where people are automating those reviews, and you can have it to where they're going to leave a positive review. If so, if they've had a good experience, click this button and it takes them to the review. If they've had a negative experience, you can have them click a button and it takes them to another page, another landing page, where you can kind of find out what's going on. That way you're not getting the negative reviews, if there are any, but you're able to kind of, mediate that before they actually go online and post it. It just adds another step. So those are um, some powerful ways for outreach and for social proof, and to really build your referral base as well. Tony with the keys, I'm locked in right there.
Hey, I'll jump in there where everybody else is getting ready to say something. So, um, another good tip is to have a balance. And I'm learning this to have a balance in your life, business, um, personal, anything. Too much, I guess, of a good thing is not good, but a good balance in your life. And it is hard to do, but I feel like once you get it that is done, to be able to balance your family, have time for your family, your business, and even self care. And I think those things are very essential, because sometimes you, and I'm guilty of this before, just working, 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 and never taking a break, and because you get burned out. And you love what you do, but you just don't know how to do great time management and balance. So I think that is very, very important. Sometimes we think we just go, 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 go. You have to take a break. You have to give your mind time to reset and to refocus and to replenish. So that's another good tip that I'm learning, that is very necessary to be successful. And I'm Cynthia, and I'm done speaking for now.
Hey, you guys, Jacob here. I had a question for you guys and what you think about this. I think it's 91 days. Is that right? Till the end of the year. And so I wanted to bring up, and Stack, I don't know if you're there with another one of your points soon, but what do you guys think about this? It's easier to do a 10x goal, or the big dream, the big goal, than a 2x goal, right? It's easier to do a 10x goal because now you're going to be thinking about things that really move the needle instead of just working harder, working a little bit more, working more extra hours, or trying to do more activity. But when you start looking at really big, to move the needle type of what's going to really put some gas on it, what's going to really make this business grow. And, it's that kind of thinking, like that 10x, like what if I made my 10-year goal in 5 years? And so I bring that up as we're approaching the end of the year here. There's about 91 days left. Already here we are in October. Things are changing fast. So curious what you guys think about that. Who's had great success in making a big goal come true, and bring that to life. So curious what you all think. And love you, XP Mentors. Back over to you.
Listen, y'all been going all the way in about the secrets. I've been listening to y'all entrepreneur talk, right? It's all about staying close to the fire. I'm always near the fire, and you should be near the fire too. And this room's been fire. I want to hear from some more people, man. I've been burning it up. I've been having secrets, I've been just collabing up, and I've been finding out the secrets. Everything doesn't always come to you when you first start a journey. It comes later on when you start getting the experience. So another secret I've learned is experience. Throw some ones in the chat if you guys agree. Experience, experience. When I got out here and did things, put my foot on the gas and actually did this shit, It's always been up for me. It's always been success. It's always been something at the end of the tunnel. It's always been a collaboration on a big ass level. I want to continue this conversation. The 19 secrets to success. I know I laid out a lot, and you guys laid a lot, and you guys were helping me lay out a lot. We went from confidence, we went from teamwork, we went from freaking books. We were talking about the anthology. We was talking about so much. But let's continue this conversation. Who wants to continue it and snatch the mic and come in again? The 19 secrets to success. What's your success? Entrepreneur talk. And if you guys at the bottom, come to the top so we can continue this conversation. And if it goes silent, y'all already know what happens to the room, right? So on y'all. Let's go. Who's coming in next?
Stack, did you hear the question Jason had about 10x? The question he
No,
had?
I didn't hear him. What do you say?
Jacob, you want to?
Yeah, Stack, I was saying, I heard it's actually easier to do a 10x goal, to do a big goal, an impossible dream goal, than to just 2x your business. What do you think about that? And the takeaway I was learning about yesterday, um, with this author who's speaking, is you might get a little bit busier, you might have small gains with that 2x goal. But when you dream big and have the 10x goal, now you're going to really start thinking outside of the box and find things that really put the rubber to the road, really move the needle, and see some big growth. So, what do you think about that, having that big goal, big vision? Back over to you, Stack.
I like that because I got big goals and big visions. I go for the big shit. I don't go for the little stuff. So if I'm doing something, I'm coming in from it from like a big standpoint. You know what I'm saying? I want to really do it. I want to dive into it. I want my team to dive into it. I want to wake it up for different people, right? So if I'm going to go do something, I'm going to go the big way. If you go the 2x way, you'll get some gains like you said, but you'll also be limiting your window. I want to go for the 10x. You go for it all. You go out straight up into it all, so that way you can get what you want out the universe. So I go for the 10x, and if somebody else agree, let's answer Jacob's question because I'm going for the 10x. I'm not playing no games. I'm going straight for the 10x. Straight for the 10x. And I love it because the 10x is always gonna motivate me to do more, right? I want to do more. I want to strive for more. I don't want to just sit around and say, yeah, this. No, I don't want to get I want to do more. So doing more, Jacob, that you hit it right there for me, man. I want to do more on my journey. When I do something, I want to fire it up, come from a fire ass standpoint. If I could 20 exit, I would want to 20 exit. If I could 30 exit, I would want a 30 exit, bro. I would want to do it like anything possible. You know what I'm saying? Like anything possible to get that to the next level, right? And I appreciate all you guys for the questions which you guys been answering and asking, right? So Jacob, does that answer your question, bro? How do you feel about that?
Absolutely, Stack. Yeah, I love that. I love that. And I could do a quick share because I was in the sales mastery breakthrough. I found something I'm committed to and passionate about. And I had 3 signups in my business turn into 27 new agents. So I'm excited about that.
Woo woo, let's go, Jacob. Let's do it, bro. That's what it's about, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. And just to think about, some of the people as our team grows, and I'm part of a bigger team, right? That's thinking about, wait, we don't need to just talk to individuals about their fixing their finances, turning debt to wealth. We could talk to nonprofits. We can talk to churches. We could talk to, think about a group. We had a guy in our group, on our team. He teaches karate. Is something he's been passionate about. So instead of talking to a one family at a time or a married couple or one person at a time, he's like, I'm gonna invite every member of my karate dojo. I'm gonna invite all the parents and say, here's the presentation. And so that's kind of that 10x mentality, right? It's instead of one to one, it's one to many. So Yeah,
I
yeah.
like I
All
like
right,
I like
loving
that
it.
standpoint, Jack. You know what I mean? Because it's like you gotta come from somewhere like strong, right? Jacob, do you agree? It's like if you don't set big goals, you're never gonna get big goals. How you feel about that, Jacob? It's like setting the big intentions. You gotta get there. And if you guys agree, put some damn ones in the chat. But how you feeling about that, Jacob, before I do a quick reset, man? How
Yeah,
you feeling about that?
yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. Absolutely, because that's the ticket. I think there's so many people that need to hear about the solution that my company provides, and it's like people just don't know what they don't know, and isn't that the truth? And so, like when a tool like ChatGPT comes around, or now you've got fintech in the form of a financial GPS, a financial robot working for you 24/7, but people don't know. People don't know they're under the thumb of compound interest, and you need to be making that work for you, because you get rich off of your investments, right? You don't make money off of just saving
Tell
your
him,
money and
Jacob, you
sitting
get
on
rich
it.
off that shit. Tell him, Jacob.
Absolutely. What did Einstein say? He's like, compound interest, you're either going to be you're either going to be subjugated to it, or you're going to learn to use it and work for you. And so, that's something I'm passionate about, especially with the student loans going on right now. Biden had this set up for student loan forgiveness. The Supreme Court said, nope, we want our money from all these people. And, I'll say it real quick in a nutshell, Stack. It's the way that compound interest is used against us. It's what's in your truth and lending report. It's the total interest percentage. Okay, you guys, think of even the name compound interest. Again, they're making money off of that in fees, when you could be using that to stack your wealth. So what we sow is how technology and strategy and this fintech strategy that's been iterated on since 2004 is going to smash those numbers. That, like, you have a 30-year mortgage. What if we can pay it off in 5 with math and strategy? And all these student loans, I had a friend here in Oakland, he was going to be paying 23 years, and that's just on 100K. He's going to pay it off in 3. And another lady I met through this group, she had 400K in medical loans, and we can pay that down in just about 3 years or so. And again, this is math, technology, and strategy that you didn't know. So I want to empower people with the tools. I mean, shoot, all of America needs to know about this. We need to turn debt into wealth and
Woo-wee.
start making compound interest work for us. Right, Stack? Loving the room,
Come on,
man.
man. I appreciate you. Look, he came in hot. If you guys agree with Jacob, put some ones in the chat real quick, man. He didn't set it, man. He didn't laid it out, man. Showing up every day, having something to tune into. This is what I love. Jacob, man, I appreciate that, man. Put some goddamn ones in the chat for Jacob, man. We in the XP mentorship. We firing it up, man. Y'all know what time it is. And I need to hear from everyone. Get up in the chat if you guys are enjoying the conversation, because we're going to keep going and we're going to keep flowing and flowing. Let's go.
If you want to become a guest on the Stackpack Podcast show, visit stackpackpodcast.com and check out the new episodes that are available online, and also schedule your day to come on the show at bookwithstack.com. Thank you for the endless support. Continue to watch Stackpack trailblaze with marketing, music production, and the media world.
Listen, I want to get back to the conversation about, the 19 secrets, the success, the entrepreneur talk that we're doing today. I really need to dive in. Like, I want you guys to dive in. And whoever hasn't talked, I want somebody to take the mic. It's on you now. If you guys haven't talked, like, let's continue. Let's continue the conversation, because I want to continue to pour it out, pour in, right? What's the secrets? What you guys secret? What you guys doing? We in an entrepreneur talk. The mic is still open. Let's continue. What you doing? Who's here? Who's taking the mic? Let's go. Shout out to Swain for coming through too. Shout out to Wahida. Tracy, thank you for coming up. Jacob, thank you for that last year. Don, thank you for coming through. Paula, Andrea, Rihanna, right? All you guys, Ebony, thank you for everybody for being on the stage. Let's continue the conversation. Who's taking it next? Let's go.
Well, hey, peace, peace. What's going on,
Uh-oh. Is
Stack?
that
This
Wahida
is
2? Is that Wahida number
yes, it
2?
is.
Woo!
The sequel.
I'm lucky today. I got two Wahidas in the building, Swain. What we doing? I got two of them. What we doing?
Yes, yes. So just to chime in on what everyone's talking about when it comes to secrets to success, my thing is persistence. You got to be persistent and treat your clients the same way you want to be treated. Give them the best work you possibly can give them, and they will keep coming back. But if you slack on your work ethic, then your clients aren't going to trust you with another project. So you got to be persistent. Also, don't look at someone else's portfolio and then start thinking your work isn't good. To each his own. Everyone is an individual. Stay in your lane and make your lane better and bigger so that you'll be noticed. Don't start feeling down that maybe you don't have that many followers, or maybe, you know, no one knows your name just yet, but keep being persistent and then you'll get that recognition. So that's one of my main keys. I just wanted to drop
Come on,
that on.
hold on, Wahida too. You ain't slick. You can't go nowhere. Come on, this your first time in here. So why you say stay consistent, get the recognition? What have you done on your journey? What secrets? You know what I'm saying? Because you got to stay consistent out here. What's something you could tell the audience about staying consistent? Talk to me. Let's go.
Well, staying consistent, I started doing book cover design in 2015. I had no idea what I was doing, but I jumped into it and I just started sending my work to everybody, a DM and everybody, Jermaine Dupri, Marsha Ambrosius, DJ Active. Check out my work, check out my work, check out my t-shirts. And then they would hit me back like, yo, I like what you're doing. Send me something. Send me this, or can you do this for me? So I done did flyers and advertisements for Floetry, DJ Active, who's the DJ for Janet Jackson and P. Diddy. I worked with Cash Money. I did a couple of covers for them for their author Sparkle. I did the Groupies Inc. cover, and I also did the New York Times best-selling cover Honor Thy Thug for Wahida Clark. And from there, I just been getting work
Wee! What you say? Say that again for who? For
for
who?
Wahida Clark, the four-time
Oh
New York Times
man,
best-selling
God
author.
damn it!
So yes, I do design New York Times best-selling book covers. I also work with Brenda Jackson, who's like number one in the romance novel game. So, you'll see my name in your book covers. You'll see nuance art in a lot of the street lit urban book covers, but now I'm branching out into more contemporary things. But yes, so you got to be consistent and persistent. So that's my
Wee!
keys.
You
I'm gonna
know
land
what?
my plane.
One more thing, Wahida too. You ain't going nowhere that slick. One more thing. Okay. So, what's something that you seen like what's something that broke through for you? It was like a breakthrough moment because I know that you do the art and you drop some fire ass names right now. So, what's something? Do you remember a time where you was like, all right, this is it. It's a wrap. This is for me. I'm going in with this shit, and this is something that I already know this is gonna take off. When was? Do you remember a breakthrough moment?
Man, I'm still having my breakthrough
Like the
moments.
first little
I'm,
breakthrough, like, all right, it's possible. It's like, all right, let me keep going. Let me keep going. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's always going to be more breakthroughs. But what was like, do you remember one of the first ones where you were like, all right, let me
Oh
keep
yeah,
going?
yeah. When I got a DM from Spike Lee about some artwork I did for Bill Noon, who passed away from the Do the Right Thing movie. I did some artwork, and Spike Lee DM'd me, was like, "Yo, I like this. Are you selling this piece? Let me know what's going on." I was like, "Yo, Spike Lee? Oh my God!" And then also when I received DMs from people like Floetry out of nowhere, like, "Send me some artwork. I like your stuff." That was just ridiculous. And Jermaine Dupri as well. Jermaine Dupri hit me on Twitter, said, "Hey, I like what you're doing. Keep it up." So things like that, I was like, okay, let me keep going. So, and I'm still in it, checking my DMs every
Come
day. You
on,
never know who's
Wahida.
gonna be
Let's
in there.
go.
Yes. So it's all about being persistent, being consistent, and just giving your clients good work. Don't give them nothing you won't like or you won't accept. That's my key to keep on keeping
And
it
shout outs to
fresh.
Wahida because she came out, the team put her on a fire ass magazine. I appreciate you for trusting us with that process, Wahida. You know what I'm saying? We put it out. I love it. It was a great cover and a great read. So I appreciate you for trusting the team. Let's go.
Yes, sir. And thank you for all your work you've been doing. I appreciate you, Stack.
Got you. Let's go.
Good people right there, Stack.
You
Some good
already,
people
you
right there,
already
Stack.
know, Jay. Listen, you got to keep the good people close. How you feel about that, Jay? Because I know you've been in the mountains, man. What's up? Talk to me.
Wait till you see these pictures I'm
Yeah.
gonna send you. Stack's gonna Stack's gonna want to do something with these pictures. He's gonna be, Jay, we gotta do this and that and that. Like Stack, you know that Western wear that you got, Stack. I mean, you would be flexing up here in some of
Come
these
on, Jay.
mountains and
I'm
stuff. But
waiting. You already know what we're gonna do, Jay. Call me
ooh,
later.
gosh, damn, this is gonna be crazy. But listen, Wahida and Wahida's in the building. Good to see everybody. When we're talking about secrets to success, I know this is a fire room. I finally got in like a little stable area. I finally got about 3 minutes before I got to move to another area. But the thing that I really focus on the most is the little things. Like, I don't ever look at little things as little things. Like, if you, as an entrepreneur, whether you're starting out, whether you've been involved for a while, or you've had some success, I think the number one trait that all long term successful entrepreneurs have is they really, really go all in on believing and telling their mind that a little thing is a big thing. A little thing is a big thing. You can't have 100 without one. I add my ones up every day. I never will forget, man. I was walking one day with my grandfather when he was here on the earth, and there was a penny on the ground. I walked past it. I looked down at it, and I just said, "Hi, penny." And I walked past it. My granddaddy scooped down and grabbed that penny. He says, "Boy, 99 more of these, I got $1." He goes, "Don't you ever let me see you disrespect money like that again." And I looked at him, and I was like, "Granddad, it's only a penny." No, he says, "No, it's not." He says that penny makes up part of $1. That dollar makes up part of a five. That five makes up part of a 10. That 10 makes up part of a 20, and then a 50, and then 100. He goes, so if you want to get great at getting hundreds and thousands, you got to be awesome at respecting pennies. And see, most people walk past the penny, and they do the same thing in their business every day. You got pennies laying around in your business every day, waiting to be made whole. The penny, trust me, wants to be $1. The dollar wants to be a five. Everything that is wants to maximize itself if it has life in it whatsoever. Human beings are the only beings in the world that don't naturally try to maximize themselves. I want y'all to listen to what I just said. Human beings are the only. If I plant a seed in the ground, say I plant a rose seed in the ground, that rose seed is going to do everything in its power to produce as many roses as possible. And and let's just say it produces so many roses that it begins to seed and it creates other roses. Do you think it's going to go, oh man, I got too much. I'm feeling guilty because I got too many roses? No. Human beings are the only one that feel guilty over abundance. And that's why so few human beings have abundance. So you got to get your mind straight on the little things. The little things will get you to the big things. And that is a mega success secret that I hold each and every day. And I'm holding it right now while I'm here with you. That's why I did everything I could to get to a spot to where I can talk to you. You want to know why? I want to be able to voice something every single day. I don't want no rooms to go by. And I didn't plant no seeds in that room. See, because every time I come in and plant a seed, let me tell you what I'm believing right now. As I'm talking right now, I'm believing that you that's listening to me, you're getting better. That seed's gonna grow up in you and it's gonna produce some of you 30-fold, some 60, some 100. I know also when I'm planting seeds in these rooms, some of it's gonna fall on hard ground. It ain't gonna produce nothing. You're gonna be hard headed. I know some of the seeds that I plant in this room is gonna fall amongst the thorns and the thickets. And that's all of y'all that are worried all the time. Always worried. And you're gonna get choked out by worry. You gotta maximize now. Be happy right now. Give everything you got right now. That's what I love about Stacks. He's giving everything he got right now. Every time we come in these rooms, we give it all we got right now. When we go out, we can chill, we can go sit back, we can take a nap, we can do whatever we want. But right now, we got to be all in. So that's what I got to say, Stack. Back over to you, Pete.
Ooh, I told y'all, look, Jay Nolan in here, right? If you feel like you gotta be all the way in, put some ones in the chat if you guys are enjoying the conversation and you agree with Jay Nolan. All the way in, every single day. Put some goddamn fire emojis in the chat for that. Going in every day, relentlessly, knowing what you want out of the universe and snatching that shit. I say it every day. You gotta know what you want, and you gotta have a good ass day every day. Man, get up in the damn chat if you agree with Jay, man. He done fired that shit up. Appreciate you, Jay, man. He had a quick second to come in. I know he's running around in the mountains, but man, y'all know what it is. Let's keep the conversation going. Let's go. Man, y'all know what it is,
Thank
right?
you all for being here today in the XP Mentor Club. Click the icon at the top to join the house, and to be a part of more conversations just like this. Follow all of the moderators on stage. Thank you so much to Stackpack and Jay Noland for putting together such an amazing topic that we can all share on today.
Listen, let's get back to the conversation. Y'all know what it is, right? XP mentorship. This 19 success secrets, right? Jay Nolan just ripped this shit apart, threw it up in the chat. I need y'all to continue to get up in the chat. Y'all felt that. And I need you guys to click the link at the top. You know, book with Stack. Let's take these relationships offline so that way we can figure out how to level you up on social media, get you more exposure, get the billboards, get the magazines, right? I have access to everything right now, and we're closing new deals every day. And it's about staying consistent, like everyone's been saying. So put that energy out there, collaborate with others, and being complimentary. But let's toss this mic up. Who else want to come in? I want to hear some more fire ass shares, and I want to hear from some more people. If you're on the stage, right, I want to hear from you today. If you guys are here, let's go. I'm tossing the mic up. Who's here? Let's go.
I'll jump back in here and I have to go. That was amazing, share Jay, and you're exactly right about the seeds because they do. And it reminds me of just the faith of a mustard seed. You have to, and in word says to despise not that they are small things. And sometimes we do because we want that.
What's that mean? What's that mean, sis? What's that mean? Go in on that.
Yeah, that means you gotta when you have humble beginnings, appreciate every step of the way, every
But
gift,
Cynthia,
gratitude.
listen to Cynthia. It says despise not,
Gratitude,
because
yes.
most people not gonna get what that means. Despise not the small. What do you mean by say despise not, Cynthia?
That means to have the right attitude about it. Just because it's little, it's small, to have a good attitude. And some people don't like small, they want big automatically. So when you despise something, that means you have a negative attitude or negative thoughts behind it, and you think negative and you kill it with the negative energy. And so that's what that means to me. You despise not the day of small things. Everything has you have to start small in order for something to grow big. An apple just not drops off the tree as an apple. It has to start as a seed. And a lot of people despise that. They don't appreciate it. They don't look at it the same way. But that's what that means to me. And I had to learn that myself, to be humble. You have to start somewhere. And oftentimes, when you can't appreciate the small things, you're definitely not going to be able to appreciate the big things. You're not going to be able to do it. You won't appreciate it. It's like people want it handed to them, and that's just not how it works. That's not the way life works. That is not the way life works. And I know that to be true. I know that to be very true because since I've been coming in here and showing up as best I can, I think since April, it works. Everything you said works every day. A seed is planted from everybody in the room that speaks out and sows into other people. A word here, a word there, positivity. You have to start. You have to cultivate. That's a word. Cultivate the vision and cultivate the dream. You have to do that. And that means you have to tend to it, love on it, speak to it, water it. You have to do all those things. All those things. So it's not just blown, it just is not uprooted. It's strong as the roots of the tree. That's what that means. And
Strong as the roots, Cynthia. Why'd you say that, Cynthia? Pull that a little bit. Like, I need a lot of entrepreneurs to hear that. Strong as the roots. Why'd you say that? Because I can relate that to so much, and I know everybody on the stage can relate that too. So put some ones in the chat if you can relate to that. And I want Cynthia to say what that means to her. Like, strong like the roots. You know what I mean? And I need you guys to put something in the chat if you guys agree with that, because I want Cynthia to expand on this, like expand on it heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like really heavy. Like this is a great opportunity to expand. Go ahead. Let's go, Cynthia.
when you're strong in the roots, that means you've taken out the time to plant it properly. You cultivate the vision and the dream. You water it properly. You protect it. You nourish it. You talk to it. You speak to it. It's solid. There's no dishonesty, no disrespect, no dishonor. All these things are necessary for the root, the foundation. You have to make sure it's sown in good soil. It's good soil where you know things will grow and it will prosper. And when something is strong at the root and is down deep in there, and the strongest storm can come through, the tree is not going anywhere. It might bow, it might bend a little bit, and it might do so forth and so on, but it's not going to break. You're not going to pull it up by the root. And when these things are strong and secure, and with that in just being literal, with truth and honesty and respect, and putting the work in, and with these secrets that we talk about, where you're honest and respectful to other people, you do the right things by other people and for other people, then you know that the roots are going to be strong. Your business, your life, anything you touch is going to be stable and it's going to be strong. And
Cynthia making me come back in after you done, sis. Oh shit, you got me torn.
She gonna make you come
I
back
gotta
in,
come
Jay. She
back in.
got
I
us
can't
fired
even
up. That's
move from
all.
the spot. I got somewhere to
Facts.
go. I'm like, nope.
me
Cynthia got
too.
me
Yo.
stuck. Cynthia got my ass stuck.
But I believe that I came from strong roots. My mother had strong roots. My father had strong roots, integrity, honesty, all these things. And again, you have to cultivate the vision, cultivate it from an infancy, from the seed. And that's what he was saying. Because if you don't, then it's blown and tossed to and fro. I have been and I have walked back and forth, but the sister hasn't broken. I have not broken. So I know my roots are strong. And I'll stop right there so Jay can say what he's got to say. So
Y'all ready for Jay to come in? I need some more fire emojis in the chat. Jay said he's fired up. He said he's not moving from the spot right now. He said he's coming in after Cynthia. If y'all ready for Jay to come back in, let me get another fire emoji. Let me get something in the damn chat, right? Y'all got to get up in the chat, a little something, right? What they talking about, Jay? They got to get up in the chat, something. We got to get up in the chat. What they talking about, Jay?
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they say yeah, and they say yeah, and they say yeah. 'Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your
Listen, I
Let
need
me
Jay.
say
Jay, I need you to
yeah.
come back in, Jay. What we doing,
Now
man?
listen,
Let's go.
listen,
Let's go.
listen, listen. Cynthia went in. Stack got this thing. Stack think he slick. Cynthia thinks she double slick. I got triple slick happening in here because now we got two mega setups happening. Stack set the room up with the secrets of success. Cynthia came in and blazing. She wrote off what I said. Do not despise the days of small beginnings. And Cynthia, here's what that means. Because see, a lot of times people won't break it on down. I'm gonna give you some wisdom. Above all things, seek wisdom. Listen to what I'm gonna tell you. Small beginnings. Don't despise it. Don't be upset with it. Don't get frustrated with it when you're getting your momentum going. Let me tell you precisely what that needs to mean to you from now on. Don't get tired, Stack. Don't get tired in the beginning when you're lifting your dream off the ground. So many people get tired. See, that's despising small beginnings. You're going, oh, as soon as you get tired and you take those deep breaths and you roll your eyes and you go, how long is this going to keep being like this? When is my breakthrough going to come? Well, let me ask you a question. A deep well that runs deep, does that take longer to build than a small well? It takes longer to build. But that deeper well is going to last for a longer time. It's going to last for millennia. It's going to be, you talking about centuries. If you dig that well right, it's going to go for centuries. Now, a shallow well, it's almost guaranteed it's going to dry up sometime or another. So here's what I want to do. I want to help y'all understand that you have got to literally stop getting tired so damn easy. Stop getting frustrated. Stop getting burnt out. Anytime I hear somebody say, well, man, I got burnt out. That's because you didn't love it. You did not love it. Stop doing things that you don't love. Stop doing things that you ain't passionate about. Life is too short for you not to go scratch and scrape and get things out of the way to figure out, I love this. I'm going to hit this. Now, look, I got a link up here at the top before I get out of here
Yeah, Jay. I was
because
gonna say, Jay, you gotta expand on this before you go. Let's get down to business,
you
Jay.
see, I'm going to tell you something. I'm your number one fan on this link at the top. I mean, you really want me to be your number one fan. You really want me to promote you. You really want me to edify you. Let me tell you why. I'm an expert at it. I'm incredible at it. I've been doing it for decades. I had to learn how to master this. There was a time I didn't know what I'm saying to you, but now that I know it, guess what? I'm gonna be bold enough to tell you, don't you miss this 1 in a 45 shot opportunity. This is like getting a lottery ticket, man, when it comes to promotion exposure. Stack, this is a damn exposure
I
lottery
already
ticket
know,
at the
Jay. That's
top.
why you need to edify the shit out of this.
Golly. Stack. All right, let's just start with Stack. There's going to be 45 authors in the Entrepreneur Anthology. We don't know of any other entrepreneur anthology that's ever happened, ever. So now Stack is 1 of 45. I'm going to start with him. I am going to make sure to make Stackpack a #1 best-selling author internationally, multiple countries.
Ooh-wee.
I'm going to do it. How can I do that? I own a publishing company called MYB Publishing. You know what MYB stands for? Does anybody here know what MYB stands for? Watch, Dr.
Come
Jody's
on,
gonna come
Dr.
off and
Jody
tell y'all
gonna tell you
if she's
quick.
listening.
What?
Make
What?
make you better. Make you better.
Make
Make you better.
you better. That's what
Make
MYB stands
you
for.
better. Yes.
Now, Dr. Jody, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
She's gonna be an author. You're 1 of 40. Okay, so there's 2 tickets right there. There's Stack with a Pack. He got a ticket. He's never been an international selling best author yet. He's about to be. Dr. Jody, she's multi-international best-selling author, but
And we
she
just did
wasn't.
it, Jay. That don't mention. Don't forget to mention that, Jay. We
Just did it.
just did it
I'm
with
a,
her book,
she get ready to
Healthopedia.
tell
We
y'all.
just did it.
We're gonna put the link up, but she's getting ready to tell y'all. But before Dr. Jody met me, she was not an internationally best-selling author. You want to know why? Because I know how to promote and edify the shit out of you like you have never seen. I'm relentless about it. How would y'all like to have somebody that's relentless about edifying you and promoting you and everywhere you go? Like I literally paved the stage where Jody could come on this platform called Clubhouse, and you ought to see her network. Now I'm not gonna look to the left or the right. I'm gonna look right in the mirror and go, "Who set that groundwork? It was
Yes, it
me."
was.
And that's the success principle. All of y'all need to go look in the mirror. And guess what she's doing now? I'm not taking it just for me. I told her if I give it to you, it's a hot potato. Damn it, you got to go give it to other people. Tell them what's going on, Dr. Jody. What's up?
I tell you, I'm glad you just got me. I was rucking in the grocery store. I'm telling you, I walked out of the grocery store. Nobody walks out of the grocery store with, an empty bag because that's what you do. You just follow Jay Nolan. You gave me Clubhouse because of that connection, because of his influence. I came in a room, I was speaking on health. Next thing you know, you all have stories like this. The next thing you know, I spoke right before Les Brown. I got in with Les Brown. I truly can say, Jay Nolan, you're 1 in a million because if you said you need to do this for the whole time I've been with you, now over a decade, I have said yes because I said Les Brown coaching yes. I got into an anthology and the rest yes. I have been in 5 books. One is a solo book. Now I've been the co-publisher is what I'm going to call it, project manager with Healthopedia. We went 13 countries all across the board in all 3 categories, which alternative medicine never happens. It's because of your ingeniousness, Martin Pratt's ingeniousness, Stack the Pack. These people will give you this
Ooh-wee.
ingeniousness of doing this. If this is, I've just made a new word because we got the pieces of the puzzle in here for this anthology. I'm very excited about doing this project managership because we've just done it. And what's the best time once you've done it once, you do it again. And that we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again with entrepreneurial anthology. And what we can do with this is going ahead and we've got the pieces of the puzzle just because it's pieces of the puzzle in Healthopedia. I guess has got this on my mind.
Jody, where you go? Did she drop out? Is it me? Jody, where you at, Jody?
Did she drop
Yeah,
that?
she
Did she
dropped
drop?
out. Jody, you dropped
All
out.
right,
No,
all
she
right.
has
She'll
a
come.
phone
She'll,
call.
Okay.
Jody, you back? Jody, you back? Jody, you back? All right, she's
Yep,
taking
yep,
care of
yep.
it. Listen, we literally what we did was we took her Healthopedia, which I just had up. We took it
Yes,
number one,
sociology.
13
I
countries.
got an incoming
Are you
call. Sorry
back?
about
Are you
that.
back?
Yes,
Are
I
you back?
got an incoming call. I didn't see it. So I don't know
Go
where I
ahead. Let's
left
go.
off. We've got the pieces of the puzzle together. We've got the thing with the anthology. This really is a golden ticket to the lottery. Why? Because if I hadn't said yes to you, Jay Noland, when I said, "Will you coach me?" I wonder where I would have been. I keep getting the same call. I would not have been here with you doing this thing that I'm doing now, and I'm so grateful because this business of what you have done with helping us and supporting us with Healthopedia, I just said we're going to do it again. You saw it in action with Healthopedia. I had Tom Chesser of Rise Up Marketing and Media, and he's been doing this forever. And he said he has never had a book go this quickly to international bestseller. You don't think that Jay Nolan and I know what we've done here? Absolutely. But
Ooh-wee.
the edification, I just want to end with this. My friends of XP Mentor, if you're thinking, but I've never written a book, don't you worry. I have 25 best selling author like awards, if you want to talk. I know what to do. I've now done 6 books. One is a solo book. We will have your back, but we'll have your all around you. It's my new word. Got your back? No, I'm going to have your all around you. We'll be there full before you. We will be around you, and we'll be beside you. We'll be behind you. Because wouldn't it be great about your brand to write a juicy word about you? What I have seen every single time, but especially with Healthopedia, when you have it in a word, your life changes. Then you have the tech, the absolute, I call it the Jay Nolan touch. And you've got him coming in and he knows how to market people. He took me way back when I hadn't even done a Facebook Live and I wasn't even much on Facebook. Well, I will give all the praise and all everything. You just got to do the work. The man is a genius and he will touch you so we can do the other 43. So I'm just going to say, y'all, who is in? Who believes if you have your book, when you get on
Ooh-wee.
stage, Lindsay has said it a million times about you when you get on stage. How many of you are speakers? I'm just going to ask you this. I just got another keynote because somebody saw that I had a book and they bought the book. It wasn't the book, y'all. It was a keynote speech. When they know that you have a book, and especially this kind of book, you have authority. You have authority. And what do you think is going to happen to your business? It will scale up and it will scale. I think when that we saw all we do is win, we just go to the top. This is where we're getting because we have like-minded servant leaders and the leader has the golden touch. That's what I have to say. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for
Oh
all of
snap!
you that made a difference with Healthopedia.
Look, see, I just want y'all to be able to get it because your people story—that's what tells you. That's what's gonna bonify you. See, I can talk all the trash I want, but then all of a sudden, if I start dialing one after the next up that goes, look, they started working with me. This is what happened. And I'm doing the same thing with my mentors. That's it. They started working with me. This is what happened to me. That's why we call it XP Mentor. Exponential, expert, explosive. What's your XP? What's the XP you need? So look, sitting here in this room now, of the 45, there's Stack, he's an author. There's Robert, he's an author. All right. I see Lindsay, she was just in here. She's an author. Myself, an author. So that's about 5 of those, and Dr. Jody's author. That's about 5 of those slots gone. And then there's 20 slots, 22 slots locked in already. So we're talking maybe 20, I don't know, Robert to tell you 23 spots or so. Would you love to be edified out of your core forever? For as long as you live, you're going to go to your grave with us edifying you. Like literally. You'll be dead and then your legacy will still be going on because of how we're going to edify you in this book. So everything the NYB does, we're always going to have this set up as international best-selling. Your international, we're going to promote it everywhere. We're going to parlay it because Entrepreneur Anthology is a series. So this is volume 1. And you can get in here now. I'm telling you, if you don't get in here now, because next year, volume 2, you're going to be talking about a minimum $25,000 to lock in a spot in volume 2. You only got to pay half that to get in volume 1 right now. And that's a complete marketing expense. And that's going to come with complete coaching. That's going to come with coaching in all kind of angles. Public speaking coaching, writing coaching, business coaching, personal growth coaching, speaking coaching. You want to know why we're going to do all this? Especially me that's going to lead this up. And then I got Jody and I got people like Martin Pratt and I got people like Robert Mailer, the ex-senior vice president of Pepsi-Cola. They're going to be sitting there watching it. But I'm going to lead it and I'm going to bring the fire to make sure you're off the hook in how you present, how you talk, how you shine. Now, on the Entrepreneur Anthology page next week, you're going to see the author section come up. So each author that's in the book, right, all of a sudden you'll have your little section there with your picture, your bio, and your call to action links. We're going to give you 2 links you can have call to action. So when we're sitting in this room, I want y'all to imagine this next week, Stack. Next week in this room, you're going to see Stack's picture up there as an author in Entrepreneur Anthology. And then at the bottom of it, it's going to have a call to action. Damn. So when I get on Traverse TV, when I do all these different podcasts, when I launch my podcast next week, we're going to be talking about it, talking about it, talking about it, talking about it. Yeah, I'm going to get on Stack's podcast. We're going to talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Then we're going to market it. I've already got marketed. See, I showed Dr. Jody the chart last night. I said, she goes, Jay, I'm trying to figure out how this all happened so fast. And I started giggling. And she said, what? I said, I'm going to send you a document, and then you tell me what you think when you see this document. So I sent Dr. Jody, I don't know if she can still hear me or not, but I sent her this document, and then she's seen everywhere that we promoted this to within a matter of 48 hours. And she's like, oh my goodness, I see. And then you tag team that with Stack, who set it up, got her on the pod. Everything was, and listen, guys, we were pulling it together. Stack set her up on the podcast. Martin was working on the back channels throughout Twitter. We were working 100 angles. You want to know why? We don't let shit happen. We make shit happen. Period. Y'all need to get out of let land and get into make land. If y'all tired of just letting things happen all the time, and all this happened to me and that happened to me, that's because you keep letting it happen. You got to make it happen. You got to force life to come through with whatever you ask. For you scriptural people, it says ever since the days of John the Baptist, Yahushua the Immerser, the kingdom has been forcefully advancing, and forceful men and women lay hold of it. If you're going to get it, you're going to have to force that thing through. You're going to have to make that thing happen, and that's what we do. Click that link at the top. Get with Robert Mailer. You can go book with him. He'll give you some of the details, but lock your spot in. Don't sit in these rooms and sit there and watch us blow up over the next year to a whole nother level and then go, man, I was sitting there just looking at it. You want to know why? You let it happen again. And guess what it's going to cost you? It's going to cost you your hopes and your dreams, because the way you think on one thing is the way everything begins to happen for you. Stack, I'm going to throw it back to you. If y'all ready to rock, y'all click that link and let's get it rocking.
Click this link at the top ASAP, Jay. Yo, listen, y'all want to become an author? Click this link at the top, man. We need y'all to click this link at the top, first of all, right? And put some fire emojis in the chat if you guys enjoy what Jay was talking about. Like, y'all enjoy what's going on with the fight? Click the link at the top and also put the fire emojis in the chat ASAP right now if you enjoy what Jay was talking about. Get up in there ASAP, Jay. You know what we doing, right? Let's go. Man, look.
One reset and I'm going down. This.
Let's go, Jay.
Let's get down to business. Mama, please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. Friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down to business.
Yo, I need y'all to really click this link at the top. Jay, put that fire on. I'm serious. The anthology. Need y'all to get up on here ASAP. Let's get down to business. Like,
get down to business. Wahita's in the building. What you got, Wahita?
What we doing, man? What we doing, Wahita? Let's go.
I'm jealous. I'm already a 4-time New York Times best-selling author, but the way you just put that down, gee whiz, that is a no-brainer. I'm liking that, Jay. Congratulations.
You know, and to hear that from Wahida, who is in the game. A matter of fact, I want Wahida to break it just a little bit. So, Wahida, I want you to get the concept because there's a lot of things that we can do together because she already been in the game. I'm coming in, see, but I don't ever just come in tiptoeing. I come in knocking the damn doors down. Wahida,
Love it.
entrepreneurs. Let's take somebody, for example, Dan Pillar, #1 tax expert in the entire USA. He's an author in the book. Let's take Tim G. Collins from TMZ News. He's in the book,
Mm,
right?
mm,
I'm in
mm,
the book with
mm,
billions of dollars, right? You got Stack with a Pack. You
mm,
got Steve Coachell, one of the
mm,
top attorneys in all the U.S., the former lead counsel for Federal Express. He's
mm,
in the book. Robert Miller, ex-senior vice president of PepsiCo, in the book. Now,
mm.
check this out, Waida. We're going to let three types of entrepreneurs get in. There's only 25 slots left to be able to do this. The person that's already established, that's successful, we're going to screen them. They're not guaranteed to get in. We got to screen them. They got to vibe with us. Number two, somebody that's average entrepreneur. They ain't really had their break, but they're hungry and they'll pay attention. We're going to let some of them in. Then we're going to let some in that they ain't never had no success, but they're hungry, Wahida. They're an entrepreneur. We're going to reach down and take some of those, a few of those, and we're going to really build them up. So we're going to launch this book, Wahida, about 9 to 12 months from now. But during that time, we're going to be doing promotions every day, multiple podcasts,
Oh,
multiple, we're getting
we gonna blast that
billboards.
off, Jay. We gonna blast that shit off.
Ooh, we
Yeah.
gonna blast it everywhere. So that person just say somebody locks in today. So starting next week, they're gonna have their authors feature page up there. Plus, I'm creating sizzle videos for everybody with our production company.
Ooh-wee.
And now that whole 9 to 12 months, Wahida, they're gonna get that exposure, that promotion, that complete coaching, hands-on from us, being 1 of 45. What do you think that's like, Wahida, coming
Oh
from your
my
world, being an expert
God.
in books?
That is a no brainer, people. A no brainer. And I'm already established, already hit the New York Times bestsellers list 4 times. I didn't pay to play, I did it the old fashioned way. Then, on top of the promo, that's even more important than the names that you drop. The promo, the promo, the promo. That is absolutely a no brainer.
I appreciate you, sis. Y'all get with Wahida. We're looking for strategic alignments, y'all. So if y'all want to get in, y'all want to build, lock your spot in. Then what's going to happen? Robert's going to get you set in, but you're going to have every single author that locks in is going to have a minimum 30-minute personal call with me, and it'll be the
Ooh-wee.
most life-changing Zoom you've ever had in your life. It's not going to be no, but I'm going to dial you in life, in business. The way you think is going to shift because I'm going to make sure that this book becomes mega famous. That's my mission, to make it mega famous. I'm going to put it in multiple languages. I'm big in Asia, all throughout Asia. I've done millions of dollars in Singapore, Malaysia, over in Hong Kong, over in Taiwan, in China, in Korea. Listen, we going in.
Ooh-wee, Jay.
Then we're going to hit
Ooh.
all of Latin America,
That is
South
amazing.
America, Central America. I'm deep there. I'm deep throughout Europe. 20 countries I've hit, and I'm deep all over this place. I'm going to put this in multiple languages. We're going to have ambassadors all over this earth, and we're going to play on this. You may tell you why? Because people will work for a living, but they'll die for recognition. Say it one more time. People will work for a
Say that
living.
again, Jay. Say that again, Jay.
I knew Stack
Sheesh.
was going to bring it back. People will work for a living, but
Sheesh.
they'll die for recognition. To be able to have this honor, this is what you call like the purple heart of recognition. Because you're going to be one of these warriors, these samurais. You're not just going to come up in here and we're going to let you just kind of be passive. It ain't going to happen. So get ready. Put your
Come
seatbelt on.
on, Jay.
Love
Put
y'all.
your seatbelt on,
Peace.
Jay. Look, I
That is
appreciate you, Jay.
nuts,
Look,
y'all.
Wahida. What we doing? We in the building. Put your seatbelt on, guys, because this anthology, you guys need to click this link at the top. It's gonna be your chance to become an author. Click the link at the top and join us. Let's like really join us. And if you guys enjoying this, put some ones in the chat real quick because we're gonna continue the conversation. We're gonna continue to dive in with everyone on the stage. Let's continue. Let's go. Y'all know what time it is, right?
You are now listening to Stackpack here in the XP Mentor Club. We are happy to provide endless opportunities and collaborations in our club for everyone. Please visit stackpackmedia.com and bookwithstack.com to get your free 15-minute call with Stackpack and his team. Thank you all for being here and supporting. Let's get back to the conversation.
Look, I need y'all to keep diving in because we've been having some fire shit. Y'all see what's going on. Like the anthology's here. We got the media help. We got the podcast. We got the marketing, right? We're gonna put everything on a bigger level, but it's up to you to take the action steps, right? You gotta be the person to take the action. You gotta be the person to be like, you know what? I wanna do this shit on a bigger level, on a huge level. You gotta wanna do it big level, like explode level, right? That's what a lot of people don't work on. They don't work on. They like do want to do it so mediocre. Oh, I want to do it. I want to do it. No, you have to come strong from a strong standpoint. That's why I go hard with this shit. There's no. It's either now or never. That's how I'm coming, and that's how you should come. That's one of the secrets. And I'm passing it up. Who else is coming in? Let's continue the conversation on this today. 19 secrets, entrepreneur talk. Let's keep it flowing. Who's coming in next that hasn't talked? Let's go.
Stuck. I'm gonna jump in really fast, and then I gotta go. Jay, I don't know if you can still hear, but I'm in and I
I
have
hear you.
you hear.
I told you I
I
can't
think
move. Y'all got me tore up.
Got him
Shit.
tore up,
I
Jay.
gotta
Got him
go.
tore up, Jay.
yeah, and I have to say this out loud, and I have to confess this. I have to be transparent. I'm in 9 books, best selling, and Amazon, all that good stuff. And I have never, and when you talk about this thing, my mind is just goes to the moon. And the things that you're offering in every area that you're offering is, I don't even have a word for it in the vocabulary right now. Because if I had those things and then with all the money that I put into all of these projects that I did, um, it just blows my mind right now the way you're talking, and every time you say a different level of the J, I can see this, and most importantly I can feel this. So I know that I remember the first time, the anticipation of it, and then people come back and they say things to you, not in a negative sense, but it's like you don't know what you don't know, and you're only going to get but so much from people when you put a certain amount of investment in it, and it kind of measures that way. And I'm not taking away from anybody that helped me out and did what they did. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from that because it was an experience and it was a start, and it is what it is. But now I know better. Now I see where I'm trying to get to. And with what you're offering on those levels in every area to be successful, you haven't missed a beat, a point. Because I know for a fact, it's like, okay, do I have to go pay to get this extra, how to speak, how to do this, how to do this, the advertisement, and it's a million. I've in my head I've calculated $1 million already, plus the experience that would be offered with this. And I have to say that because it's like, wow. And I went to sleep thinking about this thing, and I'm like, wow. And then when you talk about it, it's a level of energy I've never felt before when it comes to telling my story and helping people and putting the message out there. It is powerful. If I'd have only been in the, you know what I'm saying. But I'm right here right now. I'm right here right now. And I'll take
Mm-hmm.
those experiences with me and go forward because I know my potential. And you're right. When you hear it, that's another seed, and it grows and grows and grows every time.
Ooh, you hear that, Jay? She's making it grow. God damn it.
Grows, grows, and how whatever you're saying, and I listen to you so much with confidence, though, and listen to my things like that. I can visualize it as you say it, and now I feel it. It's like something just erupts and grow. Like I said, Stack, it grows and grows and grows and grows, and it's like wow. And I'll stop counting at $1 million if I had to put a monetary million plus, and the rest I didn't try to figure it out. But
That's a fact.
that's a fact. Because if people only knew, and I've counted some of the costs and checked on this and did this until the point I got frustrated with it. When I'm like, this is just too much. And nobody wants to give you but a certain amount of this and a certain amount of that and a certain amount of this. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. The rest was on me. Now I found the other door. I found the other door and the key to unlock that door. I found it. I have found it and I have arrived. And I'll put it that way. And I'll feel this every time until you get to flipping through and see my name and my face and all my information on a page. And it's going to still go through the roof all the way to the moon and beyond. So I just had to put that out there because some people are like, well,
The
I did
moon and beyond. I hear you,
God.
Cynthia. The moon and beyond. We going up there with the aliens. What we doing? We going
We
all the way
going
up there. What we doing?
teach them jokers how to write in an anthology, whatever. Foot. But that was just Jay for those that said I did this, I did that, but haven't done this. And if you're feeling some kind of way about your success, it's a different level of success. And I do not despise the day of small things. I do not. And not that it was a small thing, but it was on my way to be cultivated. And now I'm where I'm supposed to be further cultivated so I can continue to grow and grow and grow. And most importantly, help some other people to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And that just was for that. And that was for me because I did that. I still did that. I still did that. Nobody can take that from me. I did that. But now it's time to do something bigger and better. And I'll land right there. Thank you
Ooh,
so
bigger and better. You
Hmm.
hear that,
much. Thank
Jay?
You see, Stack, what she
Sheesh.
sees. I'm gonna tell you what she said a
Bigger
million
and
for,
better, Jay.
and it's very wise. It's very wise that she sees it. Let me tell you why. Because if you're one of the 45, see, Stack. Every time he sees you, you understand what 9 to 12 months promoting and talking about something all the time does. And then all of a sudden, Stack hears your name over and over, day in and day out, for the next 9 to 12 months. I hear your name day in and day out, right? 10G hears your name. All of a sudden, the game has not changed for you. Why did the game change for you? Because you're going to be launching products, you're going to be launching service, you're going to be launching stuff all the time. But now you're part of the club, and you'll be able to go, hey, Stack, we call
Jay, where you at, man? Come back and did we lose Jay?
it
Where you
track
at?
forever. See, I'm never like every one of the 45s coming on my podcast, then I'm giving them a feature off of that they're going to be able to have a marketing kit coming off of it. Angelica Williams, there's no telling what Angelica and Lindsay are going to do from branding kits. They're going to put together multi-million dollars for themselves. See, it's for themselves because they're in the book. They gonna make it look off they gonna get with my team. My team's already another level, and then put them together. They're gonna be coordinating, they're gonna be masterminding, and they're gonna figure out every single angle to make this look like the bomb. And let's just say you're sitting in here, you go, man, I got my slot in there too. Every day you're using OPE, other people's efforts, a success principle. You're using OPI, other people's idea, success principle. OPM, you're using other people's money. You're sitting here leveraging the shit out of us because you got one of those slots and you decided to play. You decided to go all in, go out on the Entrepreneur Anthology. I want everybody to click at that link at the top, save it, go watch that video. It's a 5-minute video that gives you the flavor, the feel. It's my voice in that video. So not the graphics, but you'll see my voice in that video. I did the voiceover. I don't always do the voiceovers, but I did it in that one because I wanted the world to feel we coming. All right, Stack, let's roll.
Listen, we in the building. Shout outs to
Woo!
everyone that's in here. Robert, what we doing, man? We going all the way up. 19 secrets to success, right? It's been a lot of people diving going in, and just going hard. And if you guys enjoy the conversation, put some ones in the chat. And also, click this link at the top on YouTube for the Entrepreneur Anthology. Exposure and fame. Listen to this. Dive in, man. Jay putting out this good content. The team putting out this good content, man. We need to knock down these damn doors. And if you're trying to get up on there, click the link ASAP. Get up on there. Click the link. This is what it's about, getting up on there. right? Participating, right? Diving in, staying close to the fire. You know, I'm clicking the link, Jay. I'm clicking the link ASAP, and I'm going to save this for later because I'm going to watch it right after the room. This is something that you do, you apply, right? You don't just, oh, just let it go over your head. You apply. You apply this information so that way you can get to the next level, right? Let's continue the
Stack, let me ask you
conversation.
a
Y'all
question, Stack,
already
real
know.
quick before you
What are we
continue.
doing,
Stack, let
Jay?
me ask you a question. When y'all click that link and watch that video, I wrote that script. So I did the voiceover and I wrote the script. And that's what I want everybody to ask themselves, Stack. Would y'all like for me to teach you how to write scripts like that? That's one thing I want you to keep in mind. That's another thing we'll be teaching these authors, how to do script writing. Stack, back to you.
Ooh, that's another opportunity right there, JC. Another one, strip writing. See, it's gonna be. See, there's a whole bunch of opportunities you guys are gonna be able to get rocking with it, right? Diving in, explain. You got to get the explanation. If you don't understand it, there's the link at the top. Eamon, I see you coming in. Who wants to come in? You know, before I say what I gotta say. Go ahead, Eamon. It's on you.
Actually, I can't really have enough words to express how inspired I get all the time when you're around XP Mentor and you're around Jay. There was so much to say, and basically the gratitude for the smallest things in the world. The idea of having that root, the tree root, it's the simple explanation for the abundance. I believe in nature and how it really contribute in our learning and mentality all the time. And for me, trees are the most abundant example in the world. Like it loses all those leaves, but the next season it's still there and still working, and the next season it gets greener again. And so if you think the same way with the challenges in the business, with the challenges in life, this too shall pass. Regardless, as long as you receive the gift of the air that we are breathing, because it's a gift. And as long as we have that gratitude mindset for the smallest pieces, bits and pieces for every, I mean, think about it. Or every recipe contains from another smaller parts. So if, for example, if you're doing making a cookies, and you forget about that pinch of salt, it loses the taste. That pinch of salt, it's the smallest things that creates the bigger image. So I believe that no matter what you think you learn, you have to learn every day something new, one new part of the world, and it will create that bigger picture. So for me, it's the ongoing in motivation, inspiration, because one thought can really create a whole level of your not only your business, of your life. Being a best seller author, it's not about being the bestseller author. It's about the impact that you are going to leave in this world. I, Actually, there is no words that can
I
be
even say that one
enough.
more time. See, the best-selling author is a side note in this deal. It's the impact. What
Yes,
do you mean by that, Amy?
it
What do you mean by
it's the impact. It's how much uh, lives you would be able to impact, how much people would be able to learn from you, how much opportunities can you create for yourself, for your family, for your next generations, for those who's going to learn. Because believe it or not, we all have the stories, we all have the folds and the growth times, and the uh, tr- uh, tribulations and the trials, and we do it all the time. And as long as we're here, it means that we passed that, we get over it. So, and we still learn from Wallace D. Wallace in 1990. I'm sorry, 19 as well. So it is what it is. It's the knowledge in the books, the inspiration that doesn't fade away. And at the end of the day, we create things for a purpose. And your purpose, if Jane Nolan, we had that meeting, the Zoom call, September 1991. Sorry, 2021. So we had that. You told me that, and it was the first couple of rooms for XP Mentor. You told me that I have a vision for 1 million strong entrepreneur. Are you gonna be in there? And I told you that there is nothing impossible. And I showed you back then that things can seem impossible, but it works when you have the mentality of I am possible. If you remember that piece of paper, the A4 paper, can you put it from your head and get it out from your legs without cutting it? And he said no. I said yes. And if you remember, Jay, just flash your mic. So it is possible all the time. All the time. There is a way. When there is a will, there is a way. And that's something that I experience every day with Jay Nolan. So it's so much there to say, but I'm seeing Francois, I'm seeing Shantae, and a lot of faces, and Andrea flashing as well. So who's gonna take this mic?
Well, let me jump in. Let me jump in because you know when I step up in the building, the energy has got to go up. What's up, y'all? I'm loving this title that says, the 19 Secrets to Success Entrepreneur Talk. So listen, man, can I be real with y'all? Can I talk to y'all for a second and give y'all quote unquote some secrets that ain't really secrets. These are just things that are available for you to apply in your business. We just not learning these things in school, right? We don't have all the time the right mentors that have learned these things to disseminate it down to us. So here's quote unquote one secret right here. Watch this. For those of you guys that are in business, listen to me. For those of you guys that are in business, a lot of us have a problem. Here's the problem. We think that when we're in business, we need to do business with those people that we know and trust and love. I got people, I want y'all to listen to me carefully. I got people who I know, I love, and I trust them. I would leave my kids with them. I trust them to protect my babies, but I wouldn't do one day in business with them. Listen to me. I wouldn't do one day in business with them because they're not here in this room with us right now, meaning they don't have the same mindset. They don't have the same focus. They don't have the same drive. They don't have the same desire. And I'm not obligated to have to do business with them or feel bad about not doing business with them. And some of us that are in business, y'all try to do business with people that you love, and you trust that can watch your kids, but all unbeknownst to you, it's the person that you don't know. It's the person that you just stumble into a clubhouse room with. You meet a Mr. J. Nolan, you meet uh, everybody else that's in here, right? Stack and Iman and everybody that you should be doing business with because they got the right mindset. So I'm telling y'all, watch this. The way that you get over not doing business with those loved ones who you would trust with your babies is that you got to become, listen to this word, a great recruiter. You got to become a great recruiter, meaning you need to attract the right people into your life that can help you get the right mindset, that they understand where it is that you're trying to go and they can guide you that way. That way you don't have to hit as many pitfalls as they did. They already been there and came back and are willing to show you. This is what you guys got to get a hold of right here and right now. Is that when in business, you're not always going to be doing business with the people you think that you're going to be doing business with. That's a success principle that you got to understand and become a great recruiter. Because when you become a great recruiter, that means you're attracting the right people into your life that are going to help you get to the goals that you want to go to. You're gonna run into a Mr. Nolan. You're gonna run into a Robert Mailer, and they got a system in place that's gonna make you great. Because that's what you lacking right now is a system, right? And when you get with the proper system, it can take a mediocre person in life, in business, and push them to greatness. Y'all hear what I'm saying to you? It can push you to greatness. Look at Tom Brady. I love using him as an example. This was the slowest dude in the NFL combine. This is the guy that got drafted last. But now when we talk about Tom Brady, because he was interjected into a system with Bill Belichick, right? He's the GOAT. When we think about it, all the championships and all the accolades that he got is because he took a system and implemented it in, and he followed that system. You guys got a chance to do that when you connect in with the system that's being presented to you guys today. That's a success principle that you should be utilizing in your life and in your business. Here's the last thing I want to say real quick. And I need you guys to get this because some of y'all are going to get mind melted by this one right here. Listen, the person that you are right now is a fleeting moment in the present tense because the present moment is always changing, and to be truthful, it's unstable. And most of you guys, like myself before, have been trained that the present moment that you're in dictates the future that's to come. But that is not how it works. The present moment is always changing and unstable. Remember that. So the present does not create your future, but rather your future continuously is creating your present. This is why visualizing yourself in the future, speaking about yourself in the present, as your future self and writing it down, who your future self is as it is in real time, like right now, is so powerful. So instead of you saying, you know what, I'm going to be a millionaire one day because I'm implementing this right now. No, that's not how it works. I'm telling you, that's not how it works. Some of y'all right now going, what? But how it works is you see yourself in the future, what you want to become, and you start speaking that right now in the present. So when somebody asks you, you know, what are you doing? How you helping people? Who are you? Or whatever, you say, hey, I'm a millionaire and I'm in the funding space and I help people get money to maintain, expand their businesses. I educate people and I'm the top funding expert in the world. That's confidence right there. Because what happens is when you start speaking of yourself right now in the present tense, that's going on in the future already as it has happened, then guess what? It's happening. You are that person and you will start to get the success that you want. So those are my tips for you guys to have, you know, the success that you want to have in business and in life. And you got to go all in. You got to be totally obsessed with getting everything that you deserve. And it's back over to you, Stack, or whomever. But I appreciate
Well,
y'all. I
I
love
need you.
you.
Don't go anywhere. I need you just for a moment. Now, um, to be the best one in the best three people in financial industry in United States, how much learning it took you to do it. Because you spoke about something very important, that you have to be confident, and I spoke about this earlier today. You've got to be so confident, because confidence means competent. So if and what it takes to be competent. Francois, back to you.
Okay, so now, Iman, what you're talking about is experience. Because watch this, nobody can hold you accountable like you hold you accountable. So if I start telling people I'm the best, I got to deliver on that. And once I start telling people I'm the best and I got to deliver on that, and I start delivering on that, then I get experience. And with experience comes wisdom, and with wisdom becomes confidence. But here's the thing that all of y'all got to realize and start understanding right now. Stop believing that you can do something. Y'all heard me correctly. Stop believing you can do something. Start knowing that you can do it and just do it, because you can never believe what you know. And when you know something, like you know it, that exudes confidence. Do you understand what I'm saying? That exudes confidence. It's just like, and I was sharing this with Jay. I shared a video with them that kind of goes over this. But it's just like, Iman, if I ask you who your parents are and you know who your parents are, you're not going to say, I believe these people are my parents. No, you're going to say, I know these people are my parents. So everybody in here, listen to me. If you're listening to this now, or if there's replays on, you listen to this later, stop believing in things, because that's a doubt word. Start knowing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Start knowing, because that will have you to exude confidence. And the more you do something consistently, the better you get at it. So eventually, if you're consistent, because consistency, I'm telling you, persistence beats resistance every single time. This is how you get better, is you're not afraid to what they call fail forward, okay? Because you're going to take every moment that you get as a learning experience and build upon that until you get to the point where you are actually that thing that you were talking about. Woo! When y'all get a hold of that right there, you'll be as confident as anybody in your field of industry. And then you will take the actions to back that up. I hope that that answers that question for you, Iman. I love all y'all. This is an amazing space to be in. Y'all should invite some people in.
Absolutely answered my question, and it was a great answer, because yes, we have to stop believing and start doing. Thank you so much for saying that. So back to you, Stack.
Stack must be busy. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Who wants to jump in on this subject title? Professor, I seen you on mic. What's going on, Professor?
That was a great share. I put some fire in the chat. And if everybody thinks that was a great share, put some fire in the chat. I like this idea
Put
of the
some damn
future
fire
is
in the
now.
chat.
Yeah. So thanks for that amazing share. Just I look at things a little differently now. That the future is now. We're making that future today, and it's just the way we think. We'll bring it in by projecting it from the future to now. So thank you for that share.
And that was great too. I'll jump in there, and like Jay says, that all we have is right now. We can't, and that was a great lesson for me. And to say that, and people around me hear that a lot. All we have is right now. I can't change yesterday, and I'm not in tomorrow. I don't have the power to be in tomorrow. All we have is right now. And when I started learning to say that around me, and people started to shift, and that took away a lot of frustrations. And when you're feeling depressed and all these other things, that over things that you have absolutely no control over. And no matter where you find yourself at right now, you appreciate the right now, because you'll never get today again. And when you do that, it frees your mind up and your soul and your spirit up for so many things. So many things. It is right now. I need to do this now. You don't save things. My mother passed away a year and a half ago, and she's like, well, no, not going to use those dishes, or I'm not going to use those sheets. I'm not going to use this perfume. I'm not going to wear those pearls, and I'm not going to use this, and this. And she passed away not using any of those things. And so I look at things very differently. If I bought it, I like it, I use it, I could always get more. And that breaks away for me some limiting beliefs that I have about money and possessions and things. And it is just amazing when you're taking back that control of your life. So whatever I like, and I get it, I use it. Why am I saving it? And so when you see on the flip side of that, it shifts your perspective so much. And again, all we have is right now to speak in the now and bring everything that you need in the right now. So that was great. I just had to interject right there. And thank you so much for sharing that. And
Thank you, Cynthia, for saying that. I want to jump in real quick. So don't go nowhere. Watch this, because I can feel you, Cynthia. Because I lost my mother about the same time as you did, about a year and a half ago, right? And one of the things that I really realized, and I want to just like hit this home for y'all. I want to hit this home so good that y'all walk up out of here going, man, I got a mind shift change. Because I want you to understand this. You want to filter the future to the present. You cannot, listen to me, it's impossible. You cannot filter your present to the future because it hasn't happened yet. But watch this. You can make things happen before they happen by your visualization in your mind of what you want to become and become that thing. And it just starts to happen to manifest right now. And if that is your truth, guess what? All progress starts with the truth. So you have the capability of right now in the present by projecting what the future has for you right now to change who you are. That's how powerful this thing is. And when you get a hold of that, woo, Miss Cynthia, you will be unstoppable. You will be unstoppable, Shantae and Robert and Scott and Jacob and Rachel. I'm telling you, Dr. Heidi, Inga, you'll be unstoppable, Brittany. And I truly, emphatically believe that everybody can do it. And there's some things that Mr. Nolan has in his teachings that have helped me personally. I've been under his tutelage for years. And imagine getting that pounded in over and over and over and over because the thing that you interject yourself into and the environments that you're around, the people that you're around, you start to emulate that thing, whether you realize it or not. So you got to be careful of the environment that you're in because the words that come out of your mouth, the actions that you take, and everything else is going to be affected by those things. And I'm just telling you, sis. Woo, I'm telling you, brother. Woo. It is not that, you know, we're afraid that we can't accomplish things. We're afraid that we're more adequate than we could possibly imagine. And a lot of people don't want that responsibility. But I'm going to tell you, you owe it to yourself and other people to be in service of them with all that information, all that power you got that's been planted in you as a seed of success. Water that thing correctly. Get some sunlight on that thing correctly, and you do that by being in the right environment.
I
that
think it takes patience. Go ahead,
now that
Cynthia.
was
Love me some Francois. Over to you, Cynthia. I just want to tell Francois, thank you for being who you are. Been a ride or die from the gate. Y'all make sure y'all give him some honor, some respect, some love. Give your family a big hug for me. I'm there for you to the end, my brother. Over to y'all.
Now that was some serious wisdom tea right there. And I felt that too, what you were talking about. And that was powerful. And I try to and to I don't try. I take that I'm a that way. I do hold on a second, mommy. I do change the atmosphere when I walk in the room. it doesn't change me. And I made up my mind that when I do that, you feel your presence. You don't even have to say anything, and it shifts. And so if you get in the habit of doing that, you don't ever have to back down or back out of anything, because you change the atmosphere, not allow the atmosphere to change you. Because oftentimes we want to stay the same and mediocre and don't want to make waves, or however people want to phrase it. But I stopped doing that a long time ago. I guess you call it shrinking. I stopped shrinking a long time ago when I realized that I can blossom and be just like those roses that Jay spoke about earlier. I could be a beautiful rose, cultivated. And so I learned how to do that. And that also takes courage. But once you get it, you got it. And nobody can take that from you. Nobody, because I was not designed to fit in a box. And when I came out my mother, I knew I couldn't go back in. So therefore I knew was I needed to no longer shrink, because I couldn't fit back there. So why not blossom while I'm out here and make the best of this life? And when I made up my mind to do that, everything changed for me. My name is Cynthia Fox Everett, and I'm done speaking for now.
I
You
like
Go ahead,
this.
are
I
Professor.
you
What
are
you
a
got?
great Rose. Yeah, she's already. She said, "I can be." You are a very beautiful inside out Rose, and I think that really it takes patience, because when we wanted something and we work so hard for it, and we pray for it, we visualize it, and if you don't have patience, you will ruin it. It's the when you ask God for something, it bring it, and he package it, and now all you have to do is wait for that shipping moment. It will be delivered. It certainly will be delivered. You gotta have the faith and patience all together to make it work and to receive it with gratitude. So actually, it's amazing room today. Thank you, guys. Back to you, Professor. I think you wanted to say something, and then
Profe,
Tracy.
profe, profe, then Tracy, profe.
so I like that analogy. Get it ready to ship. Got the destination in mind. Package it now to ship it in the future. So thank you for that. And what Francois was saying reminds me that uh, one of these secrets is affirmations. And affirmations. There's a scripture. I think it's in Hebrews about what faith is. And faith is where you can visualize something. It's the assurance of things hoped for, but of things not yet seen. And so that's projecting kind of what Francois was saying. It's just visualizing this thing is going to take place. And we talked about faith, uh, the size of a mustard seed. Well, I also know that an ounce of doubt can kill off a pound of faith.
Come on, Professor. You talking now, brother.
Golly, Francois, where'd that come from?
Shall we
So,
go up?
but Stephen Covey, he talks about this thing too. Begin with the end in mind. So I'm just loving what you're saying, Francois, because it puts things into perspective. And this idea of affirmations, you're bringing the future through the affirmations just by the way that they're structured. You know, I am is something that's talked about. I'm, and I like to say like this: when I first start out, is it possible? And then I go,
Of
is
course,
it
it's possible,
possible for
Professor.
me?
Of course.
Yeah, so there you go. It's, yes, it's possible. Is it possible for me? And so I think about that. And I say, yeah, I can do this because we can all learn. We can all get a mentor or hang out in this room, XP mentors. We can change. We can adapt. This is the power of the human spirit and of the mindset. And this is a lot of what it's about. It's just changing a mindset. And doing these things that we talk about in this room for positive change. And so that's it for me for now. But I just appreciate all the conversation in the room today. I mean, this room is life changing. So I yield the
Yeah, it
mic.
is. Fact.
Ooh-wee. We
My
did
man
it
May I,
Stack,
again,
yeah.
baby.
may I,
Right through the
You
may I
You know,
goddamn
was
please?
wire.
getting it. We was getting it, Stack. We been getting it now. They been going crazy. Stack, what'd you do
Man,
today,
I turned
Stack?
this shit all the way up. Y'all know what time it is. Went all the way up. All the way up today. I
On
appreciate
to you,
y'all. What we
Tracy.
doing?
Stack,
Yeah,
may I
to
please
Tracy.
respond to him?
You got it. You got it. Then
Dr.
we go to
Simmons,
Tracy.
come
Thank,
on, Dr.
thank
Simmons.
you, Jay. Thank you, Stack. Professor, let me just say what you just said, that affirmation and saying the words I am. I I am so like on point with you, but I will say saying the words I have. It is one of the things that I walk, talk, teach, and preach to people that are in a battle with something, cancer, diabetes, heart disease. People saying, I have diabetes, I have cancer. I even talk to doctors and tell them, please do not say to patients, oh, your results came back, you have cancer, unless you take ownership of something. I have a house, I have a car, I have kids. I'm more than happy to take ownership of that. I don't own cancer. I don't own diabetes. I don't own heart disease. I don't own high blood pressure. When people say I have, I believe when the brain is talking, the body is listening. And so when you take ownership and say, I have,
Wait,
it's
wait,
yours.
wait, Doc. Doc, I need you to rewind and play that back again. You break it down some things. Can you rewind that just a little bit? Go back to when you talked about don't tell the doctors or don't tell the patients that. Rewind that again one more time. They need to hear that in the back.
Yeah, trust me, I do this when I see doctors and they say, well, the results came back, you have. Don't ever say that to me. I'm battling, I'm fighting, I'm going through, but I don't have anything. I'm not taking ownership of cancer. Even though I've battled it 4 times and I was given 6 months to live, my celebration date's coming up on October 10th. October 10th, 2009, when that doctor looked me in the eye and said, it's not good. You have multivital organ involvement with very poor prognosis, at best, 6 months. And I looked him straight in the eye and I smiled and I said, dude, you be the doctor and let God be the timekeeper. I said, you don't know how, when, where, or why I'm leaving this world. I don't have anything that you just said. Here's the thing. People will often say to their friends, to their family, coworkers, I got this, don't worry, I'm going to get through it. And that's all fine and well. It's when they lay down at night and they start to talk to themselves and they start saying things like, oh my God, I have cancer. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Well, if you continue to say that to yourself, when the brain is talking, the body's listening. And if that's the message that you're giving yourself, they keep asking me, Cynthia, how did you do it? What did you change? What's the secret? The secret is the mindset. As a man thinketh, so is he. If you think you have cancer and you're going to die, then you're right. And they say it all the time. Whatever you think you have, you have. And whatever you think you don't have, you don't have. And so I just want to say, when I heard him say that affirmation, I am, it also applies to I have. And so if you don't have it and don't want ownership of it, then don't say it. I'm complete.
Ooh,
Okay, that's deep. That's deep.
that
That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. I think Tracy was coming in.
So
Then we go back to
powerful.
Cynthia. We rocking. What's up, Trey?
Hey, well,
I saw
I
you at the beach,
have.
Trace. I saw you at the beach.
Yo, did you?
I caught you on a live at the beach. I was sitting there seeing you having a
I
good time.
it was amazing. It was incredible to be in the lake. It was cool. It wasn't cold, but you know I'm a cold dipper, so I can take the cold. But it was the most beautiful, magical experience to be with 100 other women in Lake Ontario witnessing that harvest moon. And you know what? The waves started to come in. I'm not a swimmer, but I got to be near the lake. It took me under, and all the ladies were there. I was fine. I breathed in some water. I felt the burn. And I laughed. It was just a joyous evening. So yeah, thank you, Jay. Thank you. I'm glad you saw that.
I mean, now I enjoy watching you have fun. See, I love to be able to capture people's fun because I feed off that energy. So when I saw you and I saw different people coming up to you and how you were greeting them and you were so full of life, that really had a great positive impact. Gave me some more energy for my day, Tracy. So thank you for that too.
I love it. It's my happy place. The beach and flowers are my happy place. But I do have a secret to success, and it's truly organic because I've lived it. So, for those of you who don't know me, I own a floral business in Toronto, Canada. And as I've shared before, vulnerably, I've struggled with clinical depression for decades. Jay and I have been back and forth on that. And the one thing that would get me up all those
She's getting
years.
better by the day. She's getting
Yep,
stronger by the day.
yep. Oh, I got a story. I got a story, Jay. You wait. You wait. Um, the one thing that would get me up was my flower orders and getting to play with flowers. At the same time, I was getting the mental health help that I needed. I'm much healthier today. I can actually say I am happy today. I am happy today. Whew. Yeah. And Jay, here you go. You sitting down? I haven't shared
Come
this
on. I gotta
before.
sit down. Let me sit. I'm sitting down now.
I have been off my medication for a year now.
Ooh, congratulations,
Woo!
sis. Y'all need to give us some love for that.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's a big deal,
Thank you.
man.
It is a big deal. I was on it for a decade. It is a big deal. I have been off it for a year. I'm good. Um, but the flag, my point was, and oh my gosh, I forgot to say, all of the references to everyone sharing about nature and trees and roots and flowers, I felt like it was the universe telling me to share this. So I'm loving that nature is, the core of all of your stories as well. But I would consider my design work and working with nature to be my medicine. I really truly believe that. So the secret to success is to find, in my opinion, is to find your true passion and immerse yourself in it. It can help to heal you. And I know it's cheesy and we hear it all the time. Your mess truly can become your message. And I fought that for so long. And really that is what I'm living. So I just felt it on my heart to share it because everyone was talking about roots and trees and flowers and whatnot, and I thought I'm supposed to say it. So yes, Jay, I've been holding off sharing that. I'm off it, and I feel good. I'm learning to navigate the emotions. They're not as intense as they used to be, but I'm just learning to navigate them, and I'm good, and I feel good, and it's a whole different connection to the world. It's a new connection. So thank you. That's it. Back to you.
Gotta love that share, fam. That's why this room is full of healing, by the way. Healing opportunities, I should say. You gotta take it. You gotta accept it, man. We're talking about secrets going.
Accepted,
The
Jay.
stack, the
Accepted.
stack. Did you get the 19 out? Did you get the
Yeah, I
19? Because
think
they
we
need a
got the
book with
no,
stack.
Jay. They already got the 19. We done went in and got the whole 19. I had people helping me all day. We got the
Well, there
19
should
out,
have been at
man.
least 19 people.
Appreciate you. Let's go.
Bookwithstack.com. Should have been at least 19
Let's
of
go.
y'all Go in. That's a secret. Like, check out the edges, y'all. Make sure you catch the opportunity. You see the links go up at the top. Never take a link we put at the top for granted. A lot of people say, they're promoting their businesses. Well, yes, it's a business room. Of course, we're going to promote our businesses, but there's nothing we're going to put up top that doesn't give you more in use value than any cash value you would ever spend. Everybody goes out, shops pretty much on a daily basis. You go to the store, you can pick up this, you go pick up that. How many things are really adding value to your life that's like long-term mega stuff? You see, so when we put links up at the top, those are impact long-term mega stuff. We don't put no weak-ass links up at the top. So if y'all want 15 minutes, book with Stack. Stack, what happens when they hit that link at the top? What they gonna get from
we
you?
gonna get greatness. We gonna get to the next level together. Jay know what we do. We knock down doors. So if you click this link at the top, we take these relationships off the app. You get a 15-minute call to see how we can level you up on every single platform. Doesn't matter if it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, billboards, magazines, right? Online. Doesn't matter what's going on. We have access to so much. And I'm also looking for new guests to come on the podcast, Jay. We got over 100 episodes. What the hell's going on? We got over 100 episodes. So I'm coming in fire, and I got fire-ass entrepreneurs coming up. My brother Tony Glenn came on, laid that
Let's
shit
go.
down. Robert Mailer, one of the first individuals to come on. Jay, one of the first people to lay down the fire-ass sales mastery jam session. Oh, my God. Put some fire emojis in the chat fire real quick. We're gonna do another one ASAP, Robert. We're gonna do another one. We coming in so hot, and I need more guests. So if you guys are trying to become a guest, like, you guys need to be clicking this link, Jay. They need to be getting with me ASAP. Click this link so that way you can get your slot, book your slot.
Can they use that to be able to promote their business?
Of course. So you come on live with me, right, Jay? You come on live on iHeartMedia, right? You come on live on Spotify, right? You get to talk in front of my audience. Now you're talking to a different audience. Now you want to talk about audience targeting, right, Jay? Like, who are you guys talking to? Like, who you right? So I place you in front of different people. You never know who it's going to be. I didn't have people get relationships, get collaborations, public speaking just from coming on the podcast. So yes, Jay, that will be a tool they can use to promote their business. Put it on social media. Use it for a clip. Put it on their YouTube, right? You come rock with me, I'm going to edify you, just like how Jay does. Edify. It's all about the edification, Jay. And I definitely need more guests on the podcast. You already know, Jay. We need it ASAP, bro.
If you want to become a guest on the Stackpack Podcast show, visit stackpackpodcast.com and check out the new episodes that are available online, and also schedule your day to come on the show at bookwithstack.com. Thank you for the endless support. Continue to watch Stackpack trailblaze with marketing, music production, and the media world.
So there you go right there, Jay. We gonna need some more guests, bro. We gonna need some more people.
I like that thing, whatever that is. I like it.
We gonna need more people to come on to the podcast. I need more people to book on the call, and we need to take these relationships off the app so that way we can all continue to grow. Right? Who else wants to come in, Jay? Before I need some more outtakes. So let's go. Who else is coming in? Let's get it.
All right, I'm gonna do something I rarely do. Every now and then I do it. Ask me anything moment. So right now I got just a few moments. I happen to get a kick-ass internet signal, and it started moving with me. So I'm like, I'm loving this. Ask me anything. You got the opportunity. Ask me anything. The mic is open, but I specifically want you to ask me anything if you so choose on this stage.
I'll ask you.
What about them Hawks last night?
Jay, I want to know. I want to know at what point in your life, and you might have answered this before, but this is my spirit to ask you this. At what point in your life did you become so passionate about holding other people's ladder and knowing that that's what your purpose, your great purpose is, to create entrepreneurs that will succeed? I'll say 360, because you hit everything it is to hit to ensure that people are successful, that they won't fail. And the only reason that they'll fail is because they don't do what you put out there for them to do. At what point, that crunch place in your life where you decided that's my question to you.
I think, as far as helping other, like the other people part, right? There was my part, 1993, when one of my best friends ever in Florida killed himself. And the night before I was going to kill myself, but I didn't do it. I had a friend talk me out of it. But then one of my closest friends ever actually did it the next morning. So I got that personal spot where it took me into, I'm just gonna go all out in life. If I'm gonna, like, what's the sense of me committing suicide? What's the sense of me just taking myself out when I can just go all out, just be wide open in life and just go for it until something happens. Like if I just evaporate, you know. And so that's my personal side. Like the side of helping people, I think it happened now that you asked me that I've never been really asked quite that way for when I wanted to help other people is when I believe I did my first uh, public speaking presentation in Phoenix, Arizona. There's a little small office there. Robert knows what I'm talking about. Scott knows what I'm talking about. And I did my first public speaking. And I will never forget, they told me, because they used to do group presentations every day at 1 o'clock, and they did them additional Tuesdays and Thursdays, group presentations. So it was a big sales room that was always doing group presentations for businesses. And so, Cynthia, what happened was they told me after I had been working in the office for about a month, they said, "Hey, tomorrow you're up." And they would do that all the time. Once you were in there working around and you saw how the flow went, and they had a 7-step presentation put together, and they say, "Here's how the 7 steps rolls."
Is it just me? Did we leave Jay?
Where you at, Jay? Where
No,
you
we
at, man?
almost
He
done.
didn't went out, man. Where's Jay at, man? Come back in, man. We
Uh
doing, Jay?
oh, spaghetti.
Stick your foot
Listen,
out and
man. I'm
hold
gonna
your.
wait for Jay to come back in, man. We need to really win. We winning right now. Put some money bags in the chat. Put something in the chat. Jay, come back in, man. We need you to come back in. I need to hear what you was gonna say. I'm trying to win. Everybody in here should be trying to win. I'm trying to win. I know Jay's trying to win. I know Francois is trying to win. Scotty, right? Wahida. I had 2 Wahidas in here today. I feel like a champion today. I had 2 Wahidas in here. I know I got Cynthia in here, right? I know we got Socialosity at the top. Robert, are you in the building to talk about this,
Yeah,
bro?
man. Yeah, man.
Where you at,
I
man?
was on
Come
I
in
was
for
on
me.
the
What's
Zoom
up?
with 2 Wahidas
Talk to me.
yesterday, man. I was feeling on top of the world on a Zoom with the 2 Wahidas. Hey, those guys have stuff going on. I was working with them on Diggably yesterday. They got a ton of stuff happening. They just got started on Socialosity, and Stack came through strong with his secrets to success. I spoke earlier about automation being very, very important. Why? Because it'll optimize your business. It'll make you more effective, make you more efficient. And that is very, very important. Time is the most important commodity that there is. It's the only thing you can never get more of. You can never get back. It's gone. So you've got to make sure you optimize. So that's why Socialosity, we created this because after we created Diggably, because we already realized we needed funnels and automated CRM, and we didn't have the right platform that was available to us, so we built Diggably.io. Well, then we're like, well, if we're automating all of that, and we've been doing that, and now we're doing it with a better platform, why not automate social media marketing? Because that's how we push out our lead capture pages, our lead magnets to get more leads. And that's how we also curate community as well. So it's kind of a 1-2 punch. But the cool thing with Socialosity is it's built for entrepreneurs and it's set up to have one platform where you're able to do everything. You don't have to go flying around from place to place to place. And you can set one post and it'll automatically go to every social media account that you have. If that's what you choose, everyone that you have, and it'll all be formatted correctly. So one time, boom, out it goes. So you can manage all your social accounts from that one dashboard. You can schedule your posts. You could schedule the same post for Monday for the next 52 Mondays if you wanted to. Obviously, you always want to measure and adjust, but you can set just like that. I know for me, doing posting, very active on social media prior to this, I go to my camera roll to get an image, or I go to Instagram account somewhere to get an image, or I have to actually Google an image, and then I got to fight with whether it's free or not, and whether it's got a watermark or not. Well, we've got a media gallery in Socialocity. So anything that you've used, you house it right in there. So you don't have to take something from one place, bring it over to post it somewhere else. Socialocity, all your stuff is there, and you can actually tag them to easily find them. Plus, we've got over 500,000 free images in there. So if you're a chiropractor, you want to talk about, hey, got neck pain? It'll be like a picture with somebody's neck pulsing kind of red and hands, and that image will be there for you. So you don't have to go shopping all over the place. So that's all there. We cover all the social channels, and it's all unlimited. I don't care if you got 1 million accounts, as long as they're all yours or your businesses, not other people's. But if you've got mega Facebook accounts, multiple Instagram accounts, if you got X, which is formerly Twitter, Google My Business, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Just talked to the dev team this morning. We're probably only 1 week out from TikTok rocking and rolling. We're beta testing it right now, so TikTok will be in there as well. The other thing that's really cool is if you use Canva or Unsplash, we have an integration in Socialocity for it. So if you have an account with either of those, you can now work on it in Socialocity. So again, you don't have to work on something in Canva and then take it over to Facebook, or take it over from Canva to put it in your desktop or whatever it is you're doing. Now you just do it right in Socialocity, and it goes right out from there. Analytics, think about this. What if now you can watch your analytics on every social media account that you have? You could see what the engagement is, what the likes are for everything. Therefore, easy to measure and adjust. RSS feeds, that's also key. You can have unlimited feeds, and you can quickly schedule posts using industry feeds. Trending hashtags, that's all included in Socialocity. So you don't have to go like to Instagram to see what the hashtags are, then bring it over to LinkedIn, blah, blah. It's all right in Socialocity. AI, here's the key. No other platform, they have AI help in writing content, but you only get a certain amount. And after that certain amount, you pay more per month. We are $49 a month. I'll let the cat out of the bag. It's $49 a month, and everything is unlimited I'm talking about right now, including AI. You can use a gazillion hours of AI. And you know what? That's going to help you to be able to create more content. But you know what? You create it once, you set a program, and it's kind of set it and forget it. You always want to measure and adjust, but you don't have to be constantly doing this and doing it 5-6 times every day when you're going to post. So you're going to be more consistent, okay, and you're going to have greater messaging going out. Every type of post type is handled. Links, text, images, videos, they're all supported. You can have Facebook and Instagram Reels, carousel posts, YouTube Shorts. Like I said, TikTok coming soon. So that's all there. The other thing I really love, being I haven't been a marketer as I was, is content banners. You can have a personally designed, personally branded content banner on your post. So in addition to the text that you have on your post, and so why do we have a picture? Because it's eye-catching. Because the picture draws people in instead of just the text. Well, now, what do you want them to do? You want them to click on whatever that link is in your text. But it's pretty much the same font. It's just maybe a different color. So it really doesn't necessarily attract. What if you had a branded content banner, just like we got a banner at the top right now saying Socialocity? Somebody clicks on that and boom, takes it to your lead capture page, or takes it to your website, or takes it to whatever it is you are marketing. There's a 70% greater click rate for having a content banner like that, and you can personalize it. So you can have your images, you can have your content banner, and have your text. And we're testing right now, and we'll be coming out just in a couple weeks with comment moderation. So just as automatically you're able to push all of your social media marketing, now when there's comments coming in through AI, you'll be able to actually automatically moderate the comments. So we're just taking everything and wanting to automate. It's a great 1-2 punch. There's an example. If you go to socialocity.io, there's a little thing that shows actually how AI just writes that post and boom, it just puts it right out there. It's really phenomenal. It's just you push a spot with your finger and LinkedIn is connected. You push a spot with your finger and Facebook is connected. It is that simple. Well, it's that finger if you're on your phone. Okay, probably not if you're on your laptop. All right, but it's that simple. I wasn't even sure it was working when I did it. I was like, this is way too simple. It's that simple. So you're at $49 a month for all of this. If you want a better discount, you buy a bigger package. You don't get any more goods for it, but you get a lesser price. You're grandfathered at $49, everything unlimited forever. You want the best deal out there right now. I talked Jay into, you pay for 8 months, you get 4 months free. So it's only $392. You got the whole year, and you're locked in at that price forever. Okay, cheaper than anything that's out there, and this is all unlimited. And if you want to do 6 months, you get a month free. Buy 5, get 1 free. So I'm telling you, Socialocity is just such an amazing platform, so very simple to use, and again helps you to automate. So we're talking about, how to be able to have greater success as an entrepreneur. Automation is the key, using technology, and as more social media platforms are added, we will add those at no extra cost if you're already in. Our price will go up over time, but only for new customers. You get in now, you're going to get everything we can ever think of. Anything we ever want to do for our own businesses, we're going to add it to Socialocity and offer it to you because you're already in as a customer. So if anybody's got any questions, let me know. Make sure you check out socialocity.io. Happy to answer any questions if anybody has any now. Let me know. If not, we're going to continue our conversation.
All right.
Lego.
I got cut off, man. I told you this internet's
Let's
crazy.
go.
What's the last thing you heard me say, Cynthia? I got to finish Cynthia's question.
You were in they told you were up next to something you had to speak, and they gave you the what did you say? I was listening to
Yeah,
something.
it was about doing a briefing, and they said
Yeah,
you're up tomorrow.
yeah.
So I go
You
home at night, Cynthia, and I'm practicing. I practice, practice, practice. Come in the next day. I'm in the side room. It's about 15 minutes till 1 o'clock. I got to go up. Finally, I go up and I had practiced. See, I put that work in to make sure that when I went up on my first presentation, that I was at least somewhat effective. And it was a success and people had a great response. Once I saw that response, it gave me the encouragement to want to keep helping people. So if I identified a spot, because nobody's asked me the question the way you have, Cynthia, that would be the time where, because I was willing to get outside of my comfort zone, I was comfortable going in, letting other people present, me being able to get business, having other people do it. But there's something about, like in this room, when you get up on the stage and you open up that mic and then you begin to share, and then all of a sudden you get some messages from time to time. People say, you know what, that inspired me. That helped me out. See, if you talk enough and then all of a sudden you get good enough at talking, I'm gonna say it again. If you talk enough and then you get good enough at talking, because you got to get good at talking. And let me tell you something about people that can talk good. It pays great. It's unbelievable. You literally just become like you can start beginning to print your life as far as, do you need some money? You start talking once you know how to talk good. And so that's what really inspired me, is when I went up and did that first presentation, when I got past that uncomfortable feeling of, okay, and trying to be perfect. I just went and worked my ass off, practiced, got in that mirror, did the things that I was trained to do, like we're going to be training people to do in the entrepreneur anthology. We're going to train people to do this. That's why you want to deal with people who's been through all the gamut. See, I've been through the whole gamut. Most people, when they hear us talk now, present now, like if y'all follow my career, I've done big ass seminars, mega ones in 20 countries, multiple languages, all kinds of crazy ass situations. I'm talking about passion, excitement, and then sometimes, Cynthia, absolute fire. I'm talking about where people are pissed off, ready to freaking rip your damn head off in foreign countries because shit ain't went right with different shipments and stuff. I remember one time, Cynthia, I was down in Taiwan. It was we were doing probably a month. We were probably doing $1.8 million a month in business in Asia. Of that, I probably say about 25 to 30% was coming out of Taiwan. And it was product based business, and we had production. We were selling so much product, we kept blowing out of product, and the production time was getting way behind. And our logistics person that we had working for us, he wasn't doing his job right. He was getting stuff caught in customs, and sometimes it was taking 45 days or 2 months to get it out of customs, where people had a demand on that product. So we had a bunch of big time distributors that were doing literally millions of dollars worth of business in Taiwan throughout the year. And I had 18 of them, Cynthia, come into a room. And in Asia, it's a very different type of culture. There's a lot of honor throughout Asia. And when people gonna quit, or people want to cuss you out, or even if they want to fight, they want to come and meet you face to face and tell you kiss their ass very respectfully, and then they go, right? So I go down there, Cynthia, man, there's 18 big time mega producers come in the room. And they said, we're just here to hand in our resignation. We want to look you face to face. And mind you, I didn't create the problem. I didn't create it. My partners had created the problem. I hadn't been going down to Asia much because guess what they said, Cynthia? No, this is gonna crack you up. I'm gonna be raw here. You want to hear this, Cynthia? Let me see if Cynthia's
Yeah,
still there.
here.
My partners, I had white partners. They said, they don't really take well to strong black businessmen throughout Asia. They kept telling me that several times. They're like, Jay, we love you, you're great, but they're kind of funny with strong black businessmen. I said, man, you can send me anywhere in this world, and people gonna feel me, and we're gonna get past this color issue. And see, they end up messing up and got in trouble. And so it was a revolt going on. And they were like, we don't know what we're going to do. And they looked over at me and they said, the only high level crisis management person we know how to deal with big time shit is Jay. They said, but Jay, the Asian thing. I said, dude, I'll go handle it. Y'all just sit back. Sales had went, Cynthia, from 1.8 million to 500,000 in a month. Look at that drop. You're talking about a mega drop. I go down there. This when those 18 people walk in the room. I sit there with the translator for an hour and a half. I didn't say nothing. I listened to him. I had one of my directors of sales sitting next to me. I said, just pay attention, watch what I do. I let him get it all out. And I had my translator there. And so they got it all out. And then with my translator, I said, you know what? Why don't we all go to the bathroom? If y'all don't mind, I know y'all came here to resign, but y'all know y'all do things a certain way here in Asia. Let's just take a 15-minute break. Would y'all allow me at least 15, maybe 30 minutes to be able to share with you my thoughts before you're on your way out and quitting? They go, okay, yes. We go to the bathroom, we come back, I get up in front of the room. I grab the marker, I go up in front of the board. I write some numbers on the board because up until that point, I had through my companies had let about over $10 million worth of revenue invested back into the company that was my money revenue because it was my company. I'm the high majority owner of the company. So I let it go back into the company. And I did a merger deal with this one company. So that created a partnership. So I walk up in front of the board and I write this number. I think it was over 10 million, it might have been 15 million, Cynthia. I write on the board. And I told the translator, do your best to get my inflections and my voice tonality and try to just go mock me as best you can in Mandarin. So Mandarin Chinese. So I start breaking out, I said, now, if y'all think that I'm going to let this over $10 million of the money that I've invested back to create this merger and come over to this company. If y'all think I'm gonna let that go down the drain, y'all would have to be completely insane. Y'all are very, very experienced, serious business people. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to make a big bet before you walk out of here. You're gonna have to bet that I'm gonna just blow that $10 million and not try to do everything in my power to protect it. Or you're gonna believe that there's a new face here, no matter what the face looks like, that this face is going to be able to get in the trenches with you. I will assign specific people to deal with this, and this situation you're dealing with will never happen again. You want to know why? $10 million plus is telling me not to let this ever happen again. So if that's what you want to do, walk out, you can walk out. But as soon as you walk out, I'm going to respectfully tell you with all the honor I can from the Asian custom that as soon as you walk out, I'm going to assign a team here because I have an allocated bonus. I have an allocated budget to where the next 72 hours we're going to scour the city of Taiwan and find new leadership to come in here and fill this gap and take over these spots as fast as possible. So these are going to remain your spots and you can build with me, or you can walk out and say, wish you the best, Jay. Guess what? You're going to blow that $10 million. You're going to let it go down the drain. And we're betting against you. Take care. Guess what they did, Cynthia?
They bet it for you.
The people looked at me and they said, oh, God. And I said, hold on, before you say anything to me, I told my team, I said, slide these pieces of paper in front of I had already prepared these paperwork. The paperwork was a approximately $2,000 order of new products that they would need to purchase in order to participate in this new strategy that I came up with. Every one of them, Cynthia, bought that $2,000 package. Not only did they not quit, I ended up doing $700,000 in business in 5 days between Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, and Malaysia when most of the people were going to quit. You tell me what that's worth to have that kind of experience working with y'all in this room now. Mike's up in there. Let's go.
Priceless. I'll just say priceless and leave it at that. Wow. 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 And I'll stop right there.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I knew that. I knew that story. I heard that had happened, and I'm telling you, I've watched Jay, because I've known him now 28 years. I've watched Jay create so much success upon success, or success where others may have thought that things weren't going to work out quite so well. And that's just who he is. It's like that song, because all we do is win. And it just comes down to everything that we're doing here, everything we're talking about, everything we're suggesting that people do. I spoke earlier today about taking action. The key is when we were talking about the 19 traits, 19 secrets. One was to take action. You can hear things all day long. You can read things all day long. You can stare at things all day long. But do you take action? Pointing to this book. I mean, you can hear it in Jay's voice, and hopefully you can hear it in mine too, because I get more and more excited about this every day since the day we decided to do this, because there's just more that timely. But what if we do this and what if we do that? We're going to throw everything at this, as he said, because we are going to make this
Yeah, but you know
an
what it is,
epic
Robert?
anthology.
Robert, you know what it is?
What's that?
Robert, this is that bet again. This book to me, I'm positioning my brain mentally just like those big. I mean, that's just one of the moments in my life. I've been through some crazy ass shit this past 3 years, and it's put me in a position where I gotta go build. I just posted a video over on Clapper of me climbing this hill. I'm in these mountains over in Colombia, and we're celebrating Sakut, and I'm climbing up this hill. I did a little voiceover about, there's something about climbing a mountain. There's something about being at the bottom, but then getting back up at the top. And what does it take to get to the top? You gotta, like, you go up a strong, steep mountain. I went up this steep ass hill today, man, and your legs are burning, and you want to stop and take a break. But I had told myself I'm not going to stop. I'm going to take one step in front of the next, even if it's a small step. I got to get up this hill because I'm physically preparing myself for the next run, and I'm mentally preparing myself for the next run. So this book at the top, to me, this is that bet again. I got literally, I got hundreds of millions of dollars worth of business that I've done that people have damn stolen from me. They've stolen it from me because of my heart, because I've been given. I've given so much to people, trusted so much in people. And guess what? I'm not going to stop doing it because that shit'll make you bitter. Like if you lose tens of millions of dollars and you're chasing it all over the place, like I'm doing now, I'm literally right now chasing probably like $40+ million. That's for sure supposed to be in my bank account, not in somebody else's bank account. That they literally have minuscule to do with it, but it was some sleight of hand corporate paperwork that got my ass jacked up because I had a good heart. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on a good old boy handshake, that type of stuff. Stuff that I will teach you not to do. So that's some of them contractual stuff and legal stuff that's gonna happen. If you're in here, you're gonna be very successful. You're gonna be very successful. You're gonna get legal stuff happen with you that you're gonna want to call me someday. And you're gonna say, Jay, what about I have it happen all the time. I got multiple multi-million-dollar students that on their way up, they was running into stuff. And every time they get way backed up in the corner, they call me. Every time, Jay, what should I do this? And I say, who do you know? I point them in the right direction. Even when I go through the fire, I know what to do and how to navigate it. Even if I get knocked the hell down hard. Like right now, I've got knocked down so hard the last 3 years, but I know how to navigate it. I just know how to. Why? Because people are betting against my 1993. Maybe that should be the name of the book. When I was going to kill myself, but I said, nope, if I'm going out, I'm going all out. So no matter what I got to go through, this is awesome because every one of these I'm getting stronger and I'm watching myself. The greatest strength in the world is when your heart is broke, when your soul has been hit, but you can laugh and have joy in that day and know it's going to be all right, even when your heart's hurting. Isn't that like what? How much stronger can you be that when your heart's hurting, that all of a sudden you can sit there and just crack up and laugh and go, "This is so temporary. This ain't gonna last long." Talk to me, y'all. I mean, we're gonna wrap up this room, but hopefully some of these
Come
things
on,
help
Jay.
you.
You
But
gotta
this
be powerful to do that. You know what I'm
got to.
saying? You gotta be powerful,
Yeah,
Jay.
to be able to laugh like that, like y'all, like Stack knows. I've had to go through shit this past 3 years, and I come in these rooms with the greatest attitude, uplifting, having people, and you know what? I got mistreated like a dog. Lies, period, just nasty, manipulative, stealing my damn money, lies, millions of dollars, stole, gone, right? And what you got to do is you're gonna have to get to the point where once you know who you are, it don't matter who talks shit about you. You're gonna be able to be strong and be happy and be flourishing. Listen, there's a promise in from a scriptural standpoint and a success standpoint that if you can get this mentality that you will have a buffet, a banquet, a feast that will be prepared for you while your enemies are around you. So the enemies will be all around you, wanting to kill you, and you'll be sitting there having a feast if you can work in these principles. And it don't mean that things are easy. It just means you're going to be having a feast. What's it like to have a feast when there's firestorms all around you? To me, I just think that's the bomb. I can't wait to sit around a campfire with some of y'all one of these days and we tell all these stories. Stack back over to you.
Ooh, listen, we in the building, right? We done had a fire ass room today, Jay. We went all the way in today, man. If you guys enjoyed the room, put some fire emojis in the chat. Put something in the chat. Let me know what you enjoyed, right? Put something in the chat. Click this entrepreneur anthology. You know what I mean? Tap in with Stackpack. Go to stackpackmedia.com, book with stack.com, and get up in there. Let us know what you enjoyed, right, Jay? Because, Jay, we set this shit on fire, bro. And I need you guys to listen up. You know what I'm saying? Listen up to what's going
Thank
on,
you
man.
all
Let's
for
go.
being here today in the XP Mentor Club. Click the icon at the top to join the house, and to be a part of more conversations just like this. Follow all of the moderators on stage. Thank you so much to Stackpack and Jay Noland for putting together such an amazing topic that we can all share on today.
Listen, it's been a fire ass room today. Today was one of those. One of those win rooms, Jay. I just won. We won today, man. It was a fire ass room. I appreciate the whole XP Mentor. I appreciate you guys because we coming back in again. Fire again. I'm telling you, we coming back in with another episode. Jay, it's gonna be fire. Click the link at the top. Get this private call, right? I want to take these relationships offline. Y'all know what happens when we do offline. We connect up. We see what you need. We take off like a rocket ship, right? We really actually see what you need in your business and get you to the next level guarantee. So, Jay, I appreciate you. XP Mentor, I appreciate you. We out of here.
Hands go up and down like strippers' booties go. My verses still be serving tight like a million virgins. Last time on a college remix, now I'm on the original version. Ain't never count me out, y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts, accountants count me in. Make millions every year, the South champion. That's all I do, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there.